this way before. Travel through the open door. Circumstances navigated the path, and life happened all so fast. No, it got lonely. Sometimes you see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm off beat, I still land on my feet, and nothing can shake me. Cause I know life took a hold of me. I never. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a play with no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games get played, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a liar. I'm telling you the truth. It's all in what you do. Some things you gotta do. It's fight for millions. Take a second, see the blessing in it. With much expected, much is given. When I made the living, now I'm giving back to children. Never let the power come first before your happiness. Yes, you can be the best if you go the distance. Mix a little sweat with your persistence. You know that the best things are never instant. Just shine up, let them see your brilliance. Get up, open up your eyes now. It's the moment of truth. No backing down. We're bringing it to life. Oh, for the children, it's a given. You gotta give it, be a blessing.
This my personal statement. Run the game like I'm aces. Learn to develop patience, determined to be the greatest. Yeah, bobbing and weaving, they changing up like the seasons. Indigenous to the grind, so I do it for all my people. Jabbing the competition, back up against the ropes. You fighting for recognition. I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lack it. Or cancer slowing our road. I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common goals. Yeah.
Give back, give love, give something away. Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm going wrestle and fight this final round. Life's a play for no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games get played, can't take it personal.
Cause the devil is a lie. Hey. Gotta do. Hey. What's up? You sleepy, brother? Nah, I'm good, man. I'm so awake. I'm in here mad early. What's up? Love is the word. What's up, DB? What's up, Callahan? What's up, DB? Gump 88. What's up? We in here. Everybody gonna start piling on in, man. I appreciate everybody coming in here early. Early. What's up, Anthony? No more cancer, y'all. Hey, no more cancer, y'all. So we got a new president. We got a guest coming in. She'll be in here when she's ready. She'll probably be before 9:15. She'll be in here. And it's just a good day. It's Monday. What's today? Monday? It's Monday, man. It's Monday. And it's fight week, y'all. It's fight week, man. Kell Brook is fighting this weekend. Kell Brook is fighting this weekend, y'all. Oh man, that's so funny. Kell Brook is fighting this weekend. I forgot who he's fighting. Who's Kell Brook fighting, y'all? I'm confused. Anybody know? Anybody know who Kell Brook fighting this weekend? I have no idea who Kell Brook is fighting. Anybody let me know? Anybody let me know? I'm still lost. You know what I mean? I'm still lost. Can anybody help me, please? Hey, who in here believes Kell Brook is gonna win? Put a 1, honestly, if you believe Kell Brook gonna win. I'm just curious. Or 2 if you think Omaha gonna win. I'm interested. I know it's early before everybody get in here, but oh, you think Bud? Yeah, Bud is the favorite. I know Bud is the favorite, and yeah, I see you. You good? Yeah, she in here early, man. She in here. People piling on in. Click the comment section. I can't. She'll be right back. Okay, yeah. Okay. Click the comments. Well, I'll tell you when you come in. I can't hear you yet, but I'll tell you when you come in. Anyway, let's start the show early then. I'm glad I came in early. Without further ado, man, Taja Simpson.
What?
What's up?
Oh, how you doing? Somebody been working out. Look at that. Somebody
You
been
see
working.
a gun show?
Boxing been doing you well.
I mean, I got a new trainer. You know what I'm saying? I got a new trainer. He got me right. You feel me?
Oh, you look great. Great to see you tonight. You look fabulous.
Great to see you.
Absolutely. It's been well. I saw you at the what is that? At Lamert Park.
Lamert Park.
And before then, I haven't seen you in a minute, but it's great to have you. Thank you for coming in. And so what we do is here, we just hang out and have a good time in here, Taj. That's all we do. And you had a fun weekend.
Nervous.
No, it's not to be nervous, but they just want to jump out at you. Check do you see the private and the comment section on your device? On your device?
Oh, private and comments under chat, yeah.
Yeah, so if you go to comments, they're gonna be going in on you. So feel free to check the comments.
Oh, I see. Dang, look at the comments.
Yeah, they're gonna come. Oh, they coming for you. It's very interactive, and they're gonna be calling in and having a good time. You know what I mean? By the way, do you like boxing? By the way,
I see.
You like boxing?
I do. I like boxing. Yeah.
Okay. Who's
Yeah.
You have a favorite fighter at all?
Mayweather.
Yeah, Floyd is a hell of a fighter. Floyd definitely is one of the best of this era. Definitely one of the best of this era. So Kamala Harris wins. I saw you post.
I mean, yes.
You were excited.
I was really excited. I mean, because I definitely kept hearing a lot of people saying, "Oh, my vote doesn't matter. I'm not gonna vote. I don't really like Biden. I don't know if I like Biden or Trump or whatever. It's lesser of two evils." That whole thing, And I just think people. I'm such a glasses half full person versus the glasses half empty, and I just think people are looking at it from such a negative perspective. I'm like, but do you see the state of the country today? Do you want more of this or no? And people really understanding the power of their vote. Like voting equals power, right? You get to choose. If we all come together to choose the same person, then we can invoke change. But it's a democracy, and I don't know. I just feel like we didn't really grow up with that mindset, so. People were just like, I don't know. So that's why I made a video about it, like really encouraging, trying to get people to go out and vote. So when, definitely I had to post when, Biden and Harris won, just because, I mean, seeing a Black woman up on that stage, hands raised, arms going up, waving, being like, yo, we did this. That's power. Like representation matters, And as a little brown girl from Lake Charles, Louisiana, I didn't have that experience. So now having the experience to be able to see that and women to be able to see that, it makes you feel empowered in a way that you've never been empowered before. Sure. Because at the end of the day, if we be honest, Black women is like the last on the totem pole. You know what I mean? Black women are disrespected so much in society and the world. So now we see that. It's like, go ahead on, man. I support you 100%. So it definitely felt good for sure.
Yeah, I'm glad we're having this conversation. I didn't really feel her energy until her speech Saturday. And I have never heard, because she's been our attorney general for quite some time, or in the past, and our senator. And I have never heard her say, because I felt out of touch with her when she disregarded reparations. And I want to do stuff for everybody. She didn't want to say Black in that interview, right? And I watched the speech Saturday night. Was it Saturday night? I stayed home intentionally just to hear her speak, right? Didn't really care too much about Joe Biden. And I just waited for her just to use the word Black, and she used it. And I was like, okay, now
I was like, okay. And she paused on it. She was like, black, pause, give me my applause.
and then
she kept going. And then I was like, come on, man, you know what this about. You know black mean more than the rest of them. Come on. So,
and that was the first time where I was like, okay, maybe I'll give her a chance. You know, maybe because she is an attorney general. So now, so there's no, so she should hit the ground running in terms of police reform, qualified immunity, and stuff of that nature. So I'm gonna sit back and watch. I'm definitely gonna continue to do my part. And but what does America do moving forward, and in terms of accountability? Before we jump into your fabulous acting career.
No problem. I think we all have to be accountable individually, and all Americans, not just Black Americans. You know what I mean? I think the entire movement of Black Lives Matter and everyone being in the house for this pandemic, being able to see how George Floyd died, America was watching, the world was watching, really, because the world was coming out in droves and, like, as far as you can see, protesting the importance of brown lives, Black lives. You know what I mean? So I think it's the responsibility of every single American. Every single American. You have to do your part in making sure that you don't continue to perpetuate the negativity as it relates to being Black in America.
Sure.
That's important. Everyone has to do it from the top to the bottom. From, you know, I was walking down the street where were we? We were in Atlanta, and I saw this billboard from Uber. And I think at the time Uber had just, I think a Black person was discriminated against for being Black in an Uber, and then it made national news, of course. And then Uber got behind it, and they put this huge billboard up talking against it. But that's what it's about. It takes all the big companies that we use every day. It takes everybody, you know, it takes everybody being able to see options at all levels. Like, it matters. Representation matters, as I said before. And so I think the disparity that we've been experiencing in this country is out now, eye-opening. I used to have a lot of, you know, Black friends who will be like, how they don't see this? How they don't get that? Because they didn't see it. They didn't see the importance of, you know, because if you're living white, you don't see it. You're just
oblivious.
The world treats you great. Yeah, you're oblivious. It treats you so different. You know what I mean? And the ignorance behind, no, all lives matter. You're right. We just say include us too, though. You see how that works? You know what I mean? You know? So I just think it's important for everyone to make sure that they do their part to stop it, because what we always used to say, silence is complicit. No more being silent. You have to call it out. No more microaggressions. Oh my God. No more of that.
No, you're absolutely right. MLK, silence is a sin. So it's our responsibility. And you know what I saw today? 6 out of 10 white people in America voted for Trump. And not that I voted for myself, by the way. I didn't vote for Biden, nor did I vote for, and you may think that's a vote for
you somebody. You were the one that didn't vote?
No, I voted for myself. I wrote myself in as a candidate. Tell me how you feel about it. Yell at me. It's okay. We're in a barbershop. Yell at me. Have a good time.
You see, I'm paused.
You had that Kamala Harris pause, but continue.
Because I feel like this is how I feel about that. I mean, I get it. I think, you know, your voice matters, everyone, right? I think you vote for whoever you want to vote for. However, when there is someone, when you write a person in on a ticket, I feel like that's a wasted vote on that person, because you personally aren't going to get enough votes to put you in office. So for me, it's like, well, vote for the ticket that you know could potentially win and make change for the country. Yes. So you voting for Kanye West or voting for, you know, yourself or whomever that they write themselves in, it's like, I get it. If you don't feel led to vote for who the major parties are, I get it. But at the end of the day, for me, I'm more so like, but if you had to, because we know you're not going to get enough votes to do anything to make change in the country. If you had to, who would you vote for? And then use your right for that vote. So that's how I feel about it.
Oh, did you ask me that question? Who would I vote for if I had to?
Sure. If you had to.
Ooh, that's I never thought of, honestly. Honestly, I never thought about voting for Trump because of what the Colin Kaepernick situation, right? When he was like, stand up, Pledge of Allegiance. And I've had that energy in me ever since. Biden had a 3%, maybe 5, maybe 10% chance of earning my vote. And the reason why is I got 4 cousins who were over sentenced for nonviolent crimes, and they're my age. So, and I had one cousin, who did 25 to life for drugs, which is a nonviolent crime. He did 25 years. So I think that he had a 10% chance, but then when he went on Charlemagne and said, you're not black if you don't vote for me, I don't think no non-black person can tell me what a black experience is. And then the crime bill, obviously, and the mandatory 5-year sentence for a crack rock the size of a Starburst I'm about to eat. You get what I'm saying? It was a mandatory 5 years. And I'm like, if you put the crack here and then you charge us for it. So I said, I'm gonna take a step back, and so that was it. And I was very aggressive. I was very, very aggressive towards Democrats in terms of free thinking, in terms of understanding the totality of this. I wanted to refrain from the election. Like how I say it. I want us to, is it hold our vote? Is that the term they use? Hold the vote? Or I'm not sure the term that they use for this election cycle, but hold the vote and hold them accountable. And it may have worked this election, but I have a plan to guarantee it's going to work for the next election. I have a plan, and it has a lot to do. And it has a lot to do with Atlanta. You spend a lot of time in Atlanta, right?
I do.
Yeah. So it has a lot to do with Atlanta, and I'll share it with you as we go on with the show. And but that was my thought. I voted in the local. I had Holly Mitchell on. She's a senator. She ended up winning supervisor here in Los Angeles. So I had her on, and I had a House of Representative on from Texas. She came on, and so I'm very in tune with it. But it's just that I just can't. I couldn't vote. I couldn't vote for Trump, even though he is more. And people in the chat think that I'm pro Trump. I'm just pro like 9 out of 10 black people voting for Biden. Like I'm like, that bothers me. Like, wait, it's just an auto vote. You know what I mean? So because 90% of black people in America voted for Biden. I saw the statistics today, and 6 out of 10 white people voted for Trump. So but that's because of New York, Chicago, Los Angeles. So if I bet if you take New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago out the equation, you'll probably go up to 8 to 10 out of white people voted for Trump. Oh, we gotta. So what they do is they super chat in, and that means they want.
Yeah, you see, I'm trying to look at it. Okay.
Oh yeah. So he says it is part of society's hustle to get you to think like everyone else. We've been sold down the river by Joe and an East Indian slickster. B1 Black first is hashtag B1. Yeah, Gregory X comes in all day, all the time. So it's
what up, Gregory?
So that's my take on it. I had Biden had a 10%. So Lake Charles, Louisiana, we'll definitely come back to it because somebody's gonna call in and ask you about something like that. But Lake Charles, why LA? Why LA instead of New York? Or did you start in LA? I mean, did you start in New York?
Wait, hold on. I can't get back to you. I'm still in the comments because it's only living online. It's not like allowing me to come back.
Oh, so you can't see me?
There it is. Hold on, got you. I couldn't see you. Okay, now what? I'm ready.
So you chose Los Angeles over New York. Why is that?
I did because I love the water. I love the beach. I love the beach. So when it's so funny. When I was moving out here to come to be an actor, I didn't even think of New York at the time. I was just like, oh my God, I want to be in LA. I love the weather. I want to be at the beach. Like right now I live in Marina Del Rey. I can walk to the beach. Like that's my happy place. You know what I mean? Now though, I'm like, okay, I think I'm ready to go work in New York. Like I can book a job in New York and work in New York, but primarily I spend my time between Atlanta and LA. But I mean, I'm grateful for it anyway. So being bi-coastal is still dope. But
Yeah,
I'm kind of trying to itch out to that, the east side.
yeah, yeah. New York is definitely a beautiful place to live, but you got to have a little bit of. Oof. I mean, it's
You
expensive
gotta
as
have money
hell.
for New York or LA. Yeah,
LA,
it is.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, if I go to New York, it gotta be for a job. A job gotta pay me to be there.
Fact. Big facts, big facts. Terrence Bailey says we are being sold back into slavery by our own people and government. That's why I have no political affiliation. Too many bled too much for this. Too many people bled too much for this.
Too much for this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was born in New York and I go back for fights a lot. So maybe twice a year, maybe. And I always say it's a great place to visit, but I couldn't live there. Too many people. Too many people. They like on top of you, like left and right,
It's
you know, and
congested.
very congested,
Yeah.
very congested.
Yeah.
And I like the freedom of and the space in Los Angeles, you know, even though it's, you know, kind of the public transportation is a lot better in New York, you know,
Totally.
as it pertains to LA. So
Mm-hmm.
McNeese State, mass communications and all that, right?
Yeah, man. I wanted to be a news anchor. I wanted to be on television. I wanted to be like, "Hi, I'm Taja Simpson coming to you live." I wanted to be, in the field with the action. And then I got
Oh,
into acting and was like, I kind of like this more. So I realized I was destined to be in front of the camera, just maybe not doing news. But I do love news and I can do a reporter role, blah blah blah. But yeah, that was my first love, was being a news reporter.
and what was your first job here in Los Angeles? You don't mind me asking?
Yeah, so interesting. Wow, I just thought about this the other day. I did this short film called The Greater Ambition.
Yeah.
And I went in and one of my friends told me about it and I went and I booked it. It was literally, I just got here like maybe a week in LA and I booked
Wow.
the movie. So I was just like, okay, oh my God.
It's
So,
easy.
I'm from Louisiana. I booked
Yeah.
something in LA. I felt like I made it. Oh, I made it. It's a short film. Relax. It's going to film festivals.
Yeah.
But I was really excited about it. And I was just talking about this with my boyfriend the other day because it has a love scene in it.
Yeah.
And that was like my first love scene. And it
Yeah.
wasn't anything major. Like it wasn't like Power, which is
Yeah.
soft porn. It
Yeah.
was way more, it was different, but I was too uncomfortable watching it back. I just was like, oh man, I don't know. But because of that, I've never really been able to do a love scene because I've just been like, that's a lot. I don't know if I can do it. I'm not saying I'll never do it. I don't know. But right now I still feel a little bit uneasy doing the simulated sex scenes and stuff like that. That's just not really, you don't see me
Really?
do any of that right now in my entire portfolio of work. Yeah.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that because I would think of it as the other way around. Like women can compartmentalize things more so than men.
Mm-hmm.
Like men, I ain't doing that shit. You know what I mean? Women, man, come on,
Right.
man. Yeah, let me do that. That's
That's interesting because I'm definitely a compartmentalizer for sure. But in that regard, I don't know. It's still my body. It's
got you,
still,
got you, got you.
it's still like, I don't know. It just like, I don't know. I'm not ready yet. Maybe it will be at some point, but right now, I don't think I'm ready. What
Yeah,
Greg talking about?
oh, great. I've
Now I'm
observed.
like, hold on. Now I got it. I see when they come up now. I'm like, hold on, Gregory X. God dang it. I've observed. No, go ahead.
Oh, you want to feel free to read it. Feel free to read it. This is totally not formal at all.
Okay. I've observed that the primary goal amongst many Black people globally isn't Black empowerment. Their goals are white acceptance. Come on. I feel like I'm in Love Jones. You gotta that's a word.
White acceptance. And I know you see that a lot in your field, right? White acceptance. And elaborate on that. If you can.
I see that a lot in my life. Yeah.
Wow.
As it pertains to Hollywood. Okay. Well, growing up, I saw that a
Your
lot.
life, period. Your life. No, take it anywhere you want to go.
Okay. I saw that a lot, growing up, was white acceptance, because you have mulatto, you have people who want to be, as we used to say, like, right, damn near white, who want to be, change their hair, change their everything to be more accepted by white people,
Yeah.
for sure. I think not, yes, in Hollywood, for sure, as it relates to the ethically ambiguous type looking girl. When that became the buzz phrase of what they wanted, they didn't want you to be like necessarily black, necessarily white. They want somebody ethically ambiguous that you can be kind of
Right.
whatever.
Right.
It's non-threatening when you are that type of looking, particular actor. It's very hard to see. And this is what I don't like in general. I don't like always seeing the dark-skinned black man as the thug, as the robber, as the whatever. But then the light-skinned black man is like the smart guy. He's the guy that has it together. Now there's exception to every rule. I'm generalizing, Greg. Okay, everybody out there, this is a generalization. But you see that the most. I don't want to necessarily see that. I want to see my dark-skinned brothers be smart and be the intelligent one and be the one that gets the girl, not just the friend, not just the comedy, not just the funny one, but it's like, that's more palatable when you're, excuse me, when you're lighter skin. That's more palatable for white people. Even when you see people on television, you got to have curly hair and you're in the commercials, blah, blah, blah. That's the look that they want you to have. I don't want to have curly hair. I want to change my hair all the time. That's what black people do. Black women do. We change our hair. We like to. You know what I mean? We like to do whatever. So if you want to get an authentic picture of a black woman, she's not always going to be ethically ambiguous looking. She's not always going to be light skinned, and she's not always going to have big curly hair. You know what I mean? So the white acceptance is definitely still happening in Hollywood. However, it's lessened because of, I believe, things like Black Panther. When Black Panther came out, that showed the world, the black people, as well as white people, the importance of not only our representation, but seeing the powerful, beautiful, picturesque, imagery that Black Panther stood for. I mean, there was so much culture amongst us. We all were coming together. Everybody was proud to be black at that point. You know what I mean? But I think it's because we haven't really seen our culture like that. It was stripped from us. And we can go deep in this, whatever. It was stripped from us. You know what I'm saying? So we don't necessarily live in this world where it's like we're walking around, everybody in our nation is proud like that. Now, you have pockets of it for sure, but that's not a commonality amongst all of us. And then, depending on the industry you're in, mine in particular, white acceptance is a big thing. But I think now we are all transitioning to be like the Dave Chappelle's of the world and be like, nigga, fuck that shit. This is me. Say something. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like,
wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I love it. And this is
like,
for you.
We're all proud of who we are now.
Yeah. I'm not gonna read it. I'm not gonna read that if you're here. You know what I mean? Shit, you can read that.
Oh, I have to say this. This is too funny because I have an ongoing joke about this exact phrase. All right, Jarvis Johnson. That cocoa butter is glistening off that skin. Hey, Barbara, it's Richie. Look it. I ain't never coming home no more. Take it easy. Yo, that's Harlem Nights classic right there. Oh, you got it.
You got it. You got it. Hey, you got it.
I got it. Hey, he's like, hey, put your mother on the phone. Yeah. Hey, Barbara. Yeah, it's Richie. Look here. I ain't never coming home no more. All right. Yeah, take it easy. He hung up the phone. It felt good. Like, yeah.
I did that. Yeah, I made the right decision. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Oh God.
Right, man, sunshine. Woo, sunshine changed his life. Come on.
It bees that way.
That took me out. I had to say that.
It bees that way sometimes. You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
Right.
That Busta Rhymes just came out with a new album last week. So but yeah, white acceptance. And I'm gonna tell you my cathartic experience, because sometimes you don't know that you're doing it and you are doing it, and like, for example, like as I climbed the ladder to success, or still climbing the ladder to success, you buy tangible goods that only geared towards white acceptance, right? So for example, oh shit, I just made $10. I got to go buy a Gucci belt. hey, I just made $30. I gotta go eat at Mr. Child's. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like and we don't even know we're doing it to ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? And I've had to like speaking of movies, Higher Learning, when Ice Cube says put the American flag, and he at the end of the movie he says unlearn. Like I had to literally had to do that to myself, you know. And I'm actually in the process, and so some may say I got it late. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say I've been a free man my whole life. You know what I mean? Like stripping away, like especially when I went to a white college and when I go 22, I got to get a job, and you know what I mean? I got to live in this rubric. You know what I mean? So around about my early 30s, I started to deconstruct and unimprison my mind. You know, I wanted to use the word prison, and just work on myself. You know what I mean? Work on myself. Working on myself, and people in the chat, I've had like, they've seen me grow and go through these stages. You know what I mean? And fun now. It's really fun now because now I see myself and I see like, nigga, you didn't have to do that. Like that was like, come on, man. That was, put your money in a space where the culture can benefit. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm a work in progress, and self-identification is important. You know, like knowing who I am and my faults.
Very much.
You understand what I'm saying? So we're going through that. And how did you and Tyler Perry hook up? How did that work out? I'm pretty sure it's a fun story in there somewhere. In there somewhere.
That's a fun story. Let's see.
No, I saw him. No, I was gonna say, by the way, that nigga is funny as hell. I went to his play one time in Memphis, Tennessee for a boxing match. That nigga is funny. Like because I'm gonna tell you, shit, we don't lie in the barbershop. We can be as funny as we want to be, but I say ain't no nigga gonna hear and lie. So I tell the truth. I've never watched Madea because of the dress, right? Never watched Madea. I said I'm never, because I had a conversation with Denzel Washington one time, right? At the Pan African Film Festival, by the way. And not like, hey Fred, what's up? But you know how you catch a person moving and shaking and you have a 3-minute vignette. And he asked me my name, and I said, Fred. He says, the one thing you'll never ever see me in a dress. You understand what I'm saying? And I understand the significance of that, you know. So I carried that, and I didn't know that's how I felt. But when I heard him say that, like 2015, 2016, I got like affirmations, right? Like, oh, okay, maybe this is the right thing. However, but us as a group went and saw, because it was a Friday night in Memphis, Tennessee, and I don't drink whiskey, so I went to the show, his last show, and was in one of his last shows was in Memphis, Tennessee, and that nigga is fun. I mean, like tearful funny. I know. I don't know. This nigga was clowning a motherfucker in the front row, and if they miss a line, he was like, you know, you missed the goddamn line. I mean, I cried. I didn't know it was that funny. I still haven't watched play, but I did enjoy him that evening. You know what I mean? But I love his story, how he came to LA and lived in his car, and now he owns half of Atlanta, you know. So yeah, but yeah, feel free to tell the story.
Literally.
Yeah.
Interesting enough, my story with Tyler Perry. I auditioned for him 7 times for various different productions, from TV shows to movies and things like that, and never got it. Sometimes I'd be on hold, sometimes it'd get close, wouldn't happen. The 8th one happened to be Boo 2, a Madea's Halloween. I was out working, I believe, like in Orange County. For those of you who don't know, Orange County is like an hour away, no traffic. And so my agent hit me, and I booked out too. And my agent hit me, was like, hey, you have this audition, it's Tyler Perry. I was like, man, I've already auditioned for Tyler Perry so many times. They know what I can do, man. I can't come back. I'm working. And they were like, we'll try to reschedule it. Okay. They rescheduled it for me. When they rescheduled it, then they end up changing the time. Yeah, they changed the time. Right. They changed the time and on me the next time. So it was like a Friday. I couldn't make it on a Friday. I'll do it for Monday. I can do Monday at 4 o'clock. I can do that. Monday at 4 o'clock. Monday comes, they're like, oh, they changed it to like 11 o'clock. Can you get down there? No, I can't. I'm in Orange County. Like, no, I can't.
Wow.
So I just was like, what's been for me is supposed to be for me. If not, I'm not going to worry about it. And then they came back later that day and she's like, well, casting really wants to see you for this. Can you come in tomorrow, Tuesday?
Wow.
And I was like, okay, all right. So after the third time, I'm like, all right, Lord, maybe I'm supposed to go into this, but I couldn't at the time because I was working in Orange County. So I go home and I study. I print out the pages. It's 8 pages. I'm like, okay, let me learn this so that I can prepare. I get up the next morning. I get ready. I go, and I went in there and I walked out feeling like, I killed that. That's mine. I got it. You know how we do as actors. That's me, right? And later on, I get a call from my agent. It's like, hey, you were casting choice. They're sending your tape to Tyler Perry. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Thank you. So I was sitting there like, okay, I've been here before. I've done this already. What could I do now? Because I've been in a producer session. I've been in all these different levels of casting, but did not get the role. So what can I do differently this time? And this particular time, I got up and I packed. I was like, what is my action step of faith that I can do to put out into the universe, as we say, to really call this thing in? So I got up and I packed. I packed for a week. I packed for 5 days. I got up and I was in my closet singing this. Oh, I remember this song. I was singing Victory Is Mine. Victory is mine. Victory is mine. Yeah, victory today is mine. I went from Baptist to Kojic. Y'all, it's a long story. Okay, all right. So I packed the next day. They called me and they said, hey, you're still waiting on Tyler Perry to make a choice, but just wanted to let you know you're in the running. I said, oh, tell them to take their time. I already packed. I'm ready. It's mine. Don't worry about it. And so my agent bust out laughing. She was like, okay. So then later that day, she calls me. She's like, all right, you're the choice. You booked it. And I was like excited. I knew it. I was excited about the opportunity. It's a movie going to theaters and I get to work with Tyler Perry. Yeah. I met Tyler Perry on set. So this is my first time working with him. He moves extremely fast. So the producers were all there and Tyler Perry's there and I'm playing his ex-wife. So my scenes are all with him. Right.
Yeah.
So he walks up and I'm like, hey, how are you? He's like, hey, I'm Tyler. Nice to meet you. Thanks for being here. Okay, cool. So you're going to walk up. You're going to do this. The car's going to come up. You're going to get out of the car, come around, walk up. We're going to have our dialogue like that. All right. Okay, great. So let me get camera A, camera B, and get camera C right here. Like, that's rehearsal. Okay, great. So, no pressure. Just be great. Okay, got it. So then I get out of the car, I walk up, and I do my whole little scene. After we do the first take, Tyler Perry turns around, he looks at Mark Swinton, the producers, and he looks and he goes, all right. So that was the little like, she's good. And then the producers left and then we finished the scene. And he was like, great job. I said, thank you. Let me tell you something. Mother had studied and prepared for that. All right. She was ready. And the funny thing is, 7 is the number of completion and 8 is the number of new beginnings. So that was like my new beginning as it relates to my life in real life. Because after that, my career really started to take off from that new beginning. So that's how I met him. I met him literally walking on set and in the character as Deborah and him being like, hey, how you doing? Great. You gonna do this? Great. You ready? And then once I performed, he was like, oh, you're great. Okay, she's good.
And y'all been working together ever since.
And we've been working together ever since, And then after that, he was like, I got a show that I want you to be a part of. And I'm like, okay, great. But then he was transitioning from OWN to Viacom. And so that's when the show ended up leaving. He ended up going to BET and he called me about the Oval and he's like, hey, I got a role for you. And I'm like, okay. And now I'm Priscilla and we're on season 2 of Tyler Perry's The Oval that airs Wednesday nights on BET.
Oh, you the best. You the best. You the best. Kevin Brower says, it surprises me to see us Black people celebrating Biden winning. In my opinion, Joe Biden is one of the worst things to happen to the Black community.
I'm gonna let you take that one first.
Okay. Okay. I'll come back. Oh, they already know how I feel about it. They already know how I feel about it. Terrence Bailey, we working on a Frederick Douglass movie. I'd love for Tyler to do the movie. Can you help me with that? I love to present it to my elders. He's from the Frederick Douglass family. He's a descendant of Frederick Douglass, Gregory
Gotcha.
X,
Mm-hmm.
Fred. The matrix is non-linear. If something is non-linear, it can't be taught in a book. You freed your mind and met your free self. Be one. You know, he gives me popcorn at the fights and stuff. You know, I mean, that's Gregory X. You know, he always comes with the popcorn. Calvin Candy, aka Joe Biden, is a kind master. We won. We is free.
We is free.
Oh man. So
Oh my God.
So what was some of like the struggles? Because you said since your first scene with Tyler Perry, it's been great. What was some of the struggles prior to that?
Mm-hmm. Sorry, you cut out. You said what were some of the
struggles?
I
might. What was some of the setbacks or tough moments prior to that scene with Tyler Perry?
Yeah, I guess there were many. I mean, I've been in LA for a very long time. And as an actor, it's like you're putting yourself out there every day, every week, and you're getting rejected every day, every week until something hits, until something hits. So you're living in this constant rotation of rejection. And your skin is only as thick as it is until you start to doubt yourself. You start to not really believe in yourself. You start to be like, can I really do this? Is this really for me? Should I be doing this? Is this my passion? Is this my purpose? I'm broke. I'm hungry. I want to live like this. I got 5 roommates. It's like you have this whole thing that you on this hustle trying to do this grind to, fulfill this dream for yourself. What really changed, so in all those struggles, I had to learn to trust in me. I had to learn to believe in me. I had to learn that I was worthy. I had to learn that I was enough. Because I think because of being in this realm of so much rejection over and over and over again, it would just tear me down mentally. Right. It would tear me down physically. It would tear me down spiritually. And I had to constantly, encourage myself. But I think the amount of rejection as a whole, there's plenty of things that I was so close to getting and didn't get, and all. I mean, there's so many different little stories I could tell. But I think overall, my biggest takeaway is that in anything that we're doing in life, that amount of rejection is going to get to you. So you have to continuously encourage yourself and keep yourself motivated on a very daily basis. I started that around the time I booked. Well, when I booked Boo 2, that then when you book something, it gives you a little bit of hope of like, oh, okay, all right, I'm years around the world. I guess I can. Okay, maybe I'm on the right track. It gives you a little jolt. It gives you a little bit of assurance of like, maybe I can do this and I should be doing this. But from that, I realized it wasn't that. Instead of me seeking the validation of the world, I had to validate myself. And by doing that, I would meditate every morning. I would encourage myself every morning. I would do affirmations every morning. But that started around that time. So that's why my career has now taken a shot upwards for going instead of going downwards, just because of my mindset. I believe if you change your thoughts, you change your life. And I've been able to do that every day. So that's the biggest struggle was just my mind.
That's and was it books? Was it the Bible? What was it?
Great question. So initially, great question. Initially, there was a book called The Wisdom of Florence Scovel Shinn, and there's 4 books in it. And the first one is The Game of Life, like the game of life and how to play it. It definitely has Christian values in it because it has the scriptures and stuff like that in it. But it broke it down. Excuse me. It broke it down in such a way that I had to gave me a broader understanding of the power of your mind, your subconscious mind, your super conscious mind, and all of these different things. So in reading that book, it made me more aware and cognizant of my thoughts. Right. Thoughts become things. If you sit down and really think about your life and what you're living in, you thought that and you're living it. Whatever you're thinking, that's what you're living. So now I'm truly cognizant of my vernacular and everything that comes out of my mouth, because those things matter. I don't look at anything ever as it being half empty. For me, it's always going to be half full, right? Like that's how I am on an everyday basis. But I had to practice that. I had to learn that. When I first started doing that, I had to stop talking to everybody because everybody around you, when you start being aware of something, it's like being in AA. It's like, okay, I can't really go hang out with my normal friends. All they want to do is drink on the weekend, and I ain't drinking no more. Okay, I gotta go by myself and get stronger, and then I can hang out with my friends if they still want to drink. You know what I mean? So it was like that. I had to detach myself from everyone, parents included, because once you have this heightened sense of a higher vibration and a higher reality of you only are trying to think in a certain way, you hear all the negativity in such a way that's like it's blasting in my ears, and I'm like, whoa, no, I can't do that. So I had to allow myself to detach from everyone so that I could build myself up and get stronger, and then get back around people, and then be like, okay, now I can counter that. Now I cannot take on that energy. Now I know what to do. But it took that type of work to work on me to get me to a better place to be able to do that.
I literally just had this conversation 3 hours ago with a young lady who worked for Hershey, and she bet on herself, and now she has a juice company that's literally flourishing. You know, I go every Monday, go get my juice, because she's in the Crenshaw area, and you said sometimes you just got to cut your parents off. You know, you got to tell mom, I'll be back. You know, but you have a question.
I did. Took about a month and a half. I did. But hold on. I took about a month and a half of me being able to be like, I mean, I still talked to her. I didn't cut her off completely, but I had to not really allow myself to go down that rabbit hole of like, oh, whatever she was saying. I had to literally be like, no, I gotta get this. And once I got it, now everyone around me is better for it. Because now if you're gonna be in my circle, what are we not gonna do is sit in this circle and think about woe is me thoughts, and think about less than thoughts, and think about no, we're not doing that. So now it's like, let me encourage all of you, like, guys, I want you all, I got the book for like 15 people. I'm like, read this book. Oh my God, it changed my life. Like, I want all y'all to come with me, parents included. So, you know, once I was able to get the knowledge that made me more powerful and successful as a creator, then I wanted to share it with the world. And so that's what I ended up doing.
Share it with the world, huh? Share the world.
Yeah.
With your medicine. You have that's definitely for you.
The question. The Sweet Science Examiner. Congratulations on Lola being an official selection of the African American Film Festival. The Barbershop is also a boxing talk platform. So how is training for the filmmaking process for Lola? Great question. Thanks so much for that question.
He beat me to it. So go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I get the offer for this movie, and I read it, and I'm like, oh man, I've always wanted to play a boxer. Like, yes, let's do this. But the movie shot in New York, and I live in LA, so I had to find a trainer. And I went through about 3 different trainers, and I ended up with a trainer right here in Hollywood, Brian, and he trained me probably about 4 or 5 days a week, about 4 hours a day. The training for it was very rigorous because I needed, there's boxing training, and there's also like HIIT training, or strength and conditioning, I should say, because you got to build up to be able to do 3 rounds, 3 minutes in a boxing round is like, I'm about to die. You know what I mean? You got to build up to that. People just think like, oh, them rounds 3 minutes. Yo, you're like, yo, when it's 3 minutes, when you're first starting out. But my trainer would have me do 10 rounds. Seriously. My trainer would have me do 10 rounds. Every time I had to get in the ring, I had to do 10 rounds of 3 minutes, 10 rounds to build it up. And then each time, as with anything, practice makes perfect. I would get better and better. My endurance would get better and better and better for it. But man, I learned so much. I had to learn southpaw, because in the movie she switches, and she ends up punching out her opponent with the southpaw. So I had to learn both sides, and that was like, it was such a mental. I didn't realize how mental the sport of boxing is. I'd be sitting there like, my brain is telling my hand to punch. I don't know why it's not doing it.
Yeah.
But it's such a mental sport. And once I started to really study boxers, Mayweather was always my favorite because I loved how much shit he talks, and he always backed it up. And I've always loved boxing, right? But he is such, he has his own style, and I just loved how he boxed. I loved how, you know what I mean? Like, I just always loved him. So I would study him, like Tyson, Sugar Ray. Like, I would just look up different boxers to see like how they would move and how they would actually, approach the sport. But my training, to the question, was I think a total of maybe 3 to 4 months.
Wow.
And yeah, it was short, but it was it was intense. It was intense because another thing I had to learn was the maintenance for your body. The maintenance for your body in general as an athlete, or if you're working out, whatever, is supremely important. But even more so when you're doing something like boxing, because I would leave and go home and be like, oh, I'm dead. I'm exhausted. Oh my God, I'm so tired. You know what I mean? And my trainer would be like, we're getting the ice? Where the ice bath at? Da, da, da. And I'm like, an ice bath, my brother? You want me to do what? The first time I had to do that, it took 20 minutes to get in the water. I was sitting there like, I can't do it. I cannot do it.
Oh man.
And so, and then we started training at LA Fitness in Hollywood. And they had a cold dip, and I was like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. And I worked up to like 10, 11 minutes just sitting in that cold dip, after a workout. But then once you do it, you see the benefits for your body the next day, because you walking like a statue because you're so sore you can't move. But then when you allow yourself to get the ice bath and go to the jacuzzi and back and forth, I could walk around next day being like, oh, okay, I'm ready, let's go.
Wow.
But it was a lot of fun. I love this, watching the sport of boxing. So learning the sport was even more exciting, for sure. I have a whole newfound respect for boxers.
Oh yeah, because boxing is like a base of this platform. Like we love guys like Deontay Wilder. You know who Deontay Wilder is? Oh yeah, the one that said to this day. You know that the one that went he done knocked everybody out. Yeah. And by the way, we have this thing here about jokes, right? And feel free to call in if you guys want to call in. And do you have a funny joke? Do you know any jokes?
Me?
Yeah, you. Yeah, you. Do you know any jokes? No, okay. Because we have to.
I'm funny, but I don't have a joke. But I thought, like, no.
Yeah, that's what like, I'm not a joke guy, but I just have great timing because I've read a lot of books and I've seen a lot of movies. I mean, I got drunk cousins and some drug dealing cousins and some uncles and shit. You know what I mean? And you put all that shit together. How has COVID impacted Hollywood?
Oh man, a great deal. But I think, okay, let me answer the question. It's impacted it a great deal, but I think because in the beginning of COVID, when the whole nation shut down, the whole world shut down, no one really knew what to do. So everything stopped, all productions, everything halted, right? And then now we've been able to come up with a safe way that we can all go back to work, which is like right now I'm working on a movie. We have to get tested 3 times a week. You have to wear your mask at all times, or the little shield right before you shoot. Everyone on the set, you has to do it every 3 times a week. So that's like the more, or when we shot season 2 of Tyler Perry's, The Oval, we were at Tyler Perry Studios and we got to get tested every 2 days. You have to get tested. They're making sure that they can trace what happens, because we were quarantined there. So once you're quarantined there, everybody's there. You don't have it, you good, but they make sure. But COVID can also lie dormant in your body and not show up from test to test. So they needed to make sure that everybody was good. So in that regard, it's made everyone a lot more, I guess, they have more of a safer approach when it comes to dealing with people and germs and things like that. So the Me Too movement has made everyone even more, their approach, a lot different when they're talking to you and dealing with you. Like even from the sound guy yesterday, he's like, hey, I'm going to be putting a sound on your back. Is that okay? Great. My hand's going to touch you. You're going to feel a hand on your back. Okay. You're going to feel the pat. Like, I was like, okay. Okay. Talk me through it. Yeah. But
man.
I'm grateful for all of that, because I keep my house very clean all the time. I don't like building in mess and dirtiness and stuff like that. So in that way, as it relates to the practical way of going to work every day, everyone is a whole lot more conscious of what they do, how they talk to people, what you touch, what you don't, how you keep your 6 feet and stuff like that. So it's affected Hollywood in definitely a major way. I mean, movie theaters were shut down, for God's sakes. Like, that definitely affected Hollywood in their pockets, but safety was more important. I think the NBA was really good at how they shut everything down, and then everyone kind of had to follow suit.
Yeah, the NBA. They actually did they had not one positive tests in that NBA bubble.
Exactly.
How ironic is that?
Right.
And then as soon as they go home, one of the players gets the virus or something like that. No, it was a baseball player. It was a baseball player. He won. I think it was, for the Dodgers. From the Dodgers, yeah. Dre's Finest says, "What's up, Fred, DB, and Taj at work checking you out? They checking you out at work."
I appreciate it. Keeping the work day going good for you. All right.
Have you considered moving to Atlanta?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How close?
Sure. Yeah.
And what percentage is Atlanta to Hollywood for you to do your job and be successful?
Yeah, no, I still work way more in LA than I do in Atlanta. So it's like maybe 60-40 or 75-35 LA, you know. But I like Atlanta because I like the city. I like the culture from the South. I like being around all the Black people. You know what I mean? Like, I like going out in Atlanta. I like the essence and the energy of Atlanta. So I'm like, I could do this, you know. But I have to have a place in LA. Like, I love the water so much. I got to be on the water somewhere. That's why I live on the water. Like, it's that important to me. I got to do it.
Yeah, Marina Del. I went to Venice High School, so Marina Del Rey is a place that I often walk by. You know what I mean? I never stayed in NBR, but I walk by every now and again. You know what I mean? Saw the yachts and shit. You know what I mean? I never stayed there.
I literally look out my window and all the yachts are right here. I'm literally on the water. Yeah.
It must be nice. So
I'm waking up like, yeah, it's wonderful. No.
Queens. While we talking movies. Oh man, the white dude in the chat has no idea what we're talking about. He's been lost this whole conversation. Oh man.
But to coming to America, he's like, what is happening? Okay.
Yeah. So speaking of Atlanta and speaking of like what we talked about earlier, but before you got a B-man. I want to ask you a question.
Yeah, fuck Donald Trump.
Hey, what's up?
You see it.
What's that?
I asked the question, man.
Hey, how y'all doing, man? You caught me off guard, man. I was trying to get something out of the refrigerator.
Oh, okay.
This is too funny.
Well, how you doing, miss? How you doing, Fred?
What's up?
As an actress, do you? I mean, I hear a lot of actors and actresses, saying today, tired of doing, I guess, for lack of a better term, ancestral movies. Going back to like the mid 1800s, 1700s, or whatever. Do you have that? I mean, do you feel the same way? We're talking about slave movies.
We're talking about like slave movies, right? Slave movies.
Yeah.
I've never really thought about it in that way. I feel like we've done them for sure. I feel like, here's the thing. If I had to choose, I could definitely say we don't have to do as many slave movies that are done. We get them. I think slave movies continues to perpetuate the mindset of white supremacy, because not only Black people, but white people are going to see these movies way more than Black people, and they like seeing that type of thing. We see that now with Donald Trump being in office and the amount of white people that came out that are racist. I got to say, I did not know the level of racism that was still going on to the height that it was. Did not know it was that bad still in 2020, but I don't live in those red states either. I live in California, or I live in Georgia that's now been flipped to blue. So I think at the end of the day, I don't think we need them. I don't. So I can agree and understand why some actors say we don't have to do that anymore. We've been there, we've done that, we know the story. Let's tell a different story and get a different narrative out there so that the world can see and depict Black people in a more positive light.
Right. What do you think about documentaries? You know what I'm saying? Like if it's a documentary on a particular figure
Hmm.
and
Oh,
highlighting
I
the
think I
life
think documentaries are always great. Hmm.
as long as it's factual, right? I guess
As,
as long
as
as it's
long
a
as it's
factual
factual. Well, that's the
documentary.
point about it being a documentary. It should be factual. Right. Exactly. Exactly. When it's not factual, that's when it's fictional and it's a regular film, right? But documentaries, the integrity of word documentary should be that you're documenting real life, real facts. So yes, as
Right.
long as
Right.
it's a factual documentary, then yes, for sure.
Because what I noticed is a lot of those films, they put in a lot of filler, things that never happened. You know, fictional characters like the Tubman movie. They came out.
The Tubman movie, exactly.
Yeah, they came out, and a lot of us boycotted it. I've
Hmm.
never seen it.
Hmm.
I have never ever seen it. I won't watch it
Hmm.
because I know for a fact that it's not accurate. Because I know the people who actually did it.
Got it.
So, um, but that was my question. I just want to hear from my
That was a
actress's
good
point of view.
question. Yeah, that was a good question. Thank you for that. No, I appreciate that. I did see Harriet. What I particularly care for was using a British actor for an American hero, as Harriet Tubman is called, right? So
Right.
that bothered me from that perspective. I just there's plenty of Black women here on this side of the pond that could have played that role. And I don't think she should have been nominated for an Academy Award either. I mean, I thought she did a great job, but I don't think it was just so amazing that it was like, oh my God, this is the best performance ever in the world. But my bigger thing was I just didn't like that she was British. I do think Cynthia Erivo is super supremely talented. I love her work. She's great, but not I didn't want her to do that role. That role I think should have been for an American.
Well, we boycotted it because um, I have cousins who are nieces of Harriet Tubman who did not even get consulted
Hmm.
in the movie and weren't even asked to be so much as extras. And then they didn't do it here, where she's born. None of it was filmed actually. Like
Hmm.
all the property and everything is still here. Everything is still here, and they
Hmm.
never came here once. So we
Hmm.
were like, nah, we ain't got to do it that.
I get that.
But
Makes sense.
but thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Uh,
What
I have a night.
what bothers you about Hollywood? What irks you about Hollywood? Do you have anything?
Well, that was
Or
one for sure.
you could you could
Um,
pass on questions.
I'm
Just
sure. I'm just trying to think.
well, in the
Yeah, that's
meantime,
fine. I'm trying to think.
well, we got
Mm,
another B man. You want to take a B man in the meantime, between time?
okay, sure.
Yeah.
My nigga, this is dedication. This is anti-hesitation. It's a real nigga celebration.
Oh, you dance? You can see walk.
Since we got that Dixie playing, all right, West
Right?
Side.
I'm good. By the way, before D-Town Smooth go, I got a question. How would you rank that Victory Lap album? Was that a classic album or what? Oh, you Taj.
I thought you were
Decent.
gonna ask him a question. I was like, all right, D Smooth, all right, I'm gonna wait. I don't know. Sorry, I have to pass on that question.
Okay,
No.
cool.
I
Yeah.
didn't listen to that
I mean,
point.
I love that album.
Right.
I freaking love that album. But go ahead, E.
Hey, how you doing tonight?
Good,
Can
how
you
are
hear me?
you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. Man, you work with my boy on the show, Walter Fauntleroy.
Walter!
Yeah.
Oh, I love Walter. Oh, he's so
We don't
great.
know who the hell he
So
is. That
great.
was
I love him. Yeah.
generic black. That was the generic black answer. Walter,
Walter plays my husband. He
He
plays
plays my
Sam.
husband,
I
right?
know.
Right. He plays
No, I
my
don't listen to him.
husband.
I
Yeah.
don't listen to him. Oh my God! But it came off. It came off like that. It came off like, yes,
yeah, you are my first cousin. Yes, high school together. Yeah. You were prom queen. I remember. Anyways,
Yeah, that's funny.
all right,
Yeah. Man. I don't know how, as beautiful as you, I don't know how he works with you every day. Oh my goodness. But
Thank you. I appreciate that.
but you also met my daughter at is it the premiere that they had in LA? And she came with Walter. And
Okay.
and yeah. And she was right about your spirit, and how cool you are, how the lovely spirit that you have, how beautiful you are. I mean, man, she was on point, with
Thank you so much.
She just moved to New York because she's into the whole stage play. I don't know how much of a conversation you had with her when she met you, but she's trying to do the whole stage play thing in New York. That's her thing, but with everything being shut down, she said that she just recently met with an agent, and they're hiring a lot of the actors now to do commercials. I was actually trying to get her to come to Atlanta because she knows Walter. I don't know if you know April. Do you know April?
I don't know. I know who she is, but I don't know her personally.
Okay. Well, she works on what is it?
If loving you is wrong. If loving you is wrong.
Right. So, yeah, I was actually trying to get my daughter to go to Atlanta, since she already know people there to give her a little, connection, but, kind of piggybacking off of what you were saying earlier, that, she kind of has to go her own path, kind of distance herself from her mother and myself to do her own thing, and it's hard because she's my firstborn, so, with her being in New York and trying to do her thing, it's really hard. I don't know what kind of advice you gave her, but, I would ask, what would you have me tell her, that you probably didn't get a chance to tell her when you met her?
Yeah. Oh man, I would just say, for me, I would say keep going. If you believe that this is your passion, this is your purpose, and this is what you have to do, like you can do this without payment, you can do this without the amount of money, it doesn't matter. Keep going. 100%. It definitely gets tough. And when I was talking about earlier, you have to make sure you're controlling the thoughts of your mind and what we tell ourselves, especially as women, because, society and the world will depict this perfect imagery of how you need to look and how you need to be and all these different things. And you see it so much, it lives in your subconscious mind, but you have to then encourage yourself to make sure that you're good. You feel perfect, whole, and complete by yourself, and that's really important. So if she's there in New York, I mean, first of all, kudos to her for even going to New York.
Right.
I mean, that's amazing. I mean, kudos to that. Yay. Applaud her for that. And I know I was doing some reading on Broadway about when they would come back. It's definitely not going to be until sometime next year, maybe even summer or something next year before big shows can come back, and stuff like that. So that's a long time for those, theater artists who are, superb. These artists are so talented, but at the end of the day, we can't do anything like that right now because of the world we live in. So I think if she has an opportunity to do commercials, that's great, because that can bring you more money you can even make on Broadway, oftentimes. And then Atlanta's also a good option. I agree with you. Atlanta's a good option, especially when more productions are now slowly opening up there in Atlanta and at TPS, because he has a great COVID testing site and what you can do. But at the end of the day, I would tell her to keep going and stay true to who she is 100%. Don't let anybody else tell her nothing. Stay true to who she is, and her own purpose, and be her authentic self. That will get her far, for sure.
All right. Well, I will. I definitely send her this video. She's gonna be excited to see it, I know.
Yeah.
And definitely thank you. And tell Walter I said what's up if you don't talk to him before I do.
Okay, we'll do. Thank you for chiming in. I appreciate it. Tell your daughter I said hi.
All right, definitely. Take care.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Appreciate you.
All right, brother.
All right, one. So speaking of Atlanta, and first of all, who historically would you like to play? Speaking of like documentaries or historical time.
Shirley Chisholm all day.
Really?
Shirley Chisholm. What? I did a play. It was at West Angeles, and I played Shirley Chisholm, and she was the first woman, running for president back then. She was the first Black woman in Congress and all this stuff. And I had to really learn about her life, learn about her, and then learn how she spoke. And that's the thing, when you're playing someone that actually lived, to me, I feel like you have to get their voice down. Like, their voice is important. You got to get their walk, their talk, their speech, their inflection, stuff like that. So given the opportunity to play anyone, I'd say Shirley Chisholm. I remember the speech that she gave, and she was announcing she was running for the Democratic ticket. She said, what was it? I stand before you today, and that's how she would talk, and she had a little slight lisp.
Yeah.
She had like a little slight lisp. Yeah. I'm trying. I don't know if I remember it. I don't know, but
well, you can make it up.
I'm running for office of these United States. I know I was about to. I'm running for office for these United States of America. Not because that I'm a woman, not because I am a Black woman, but because it needs to be done. My name is Shirley Chisholm, and I'm running for president of these United States of America.
Yeah, and obviously you've seen all the memes this past weekend, and
oh my God, for sure.
What was your initial thought or emotion when Saturday morning, Friday night, I don't know when, but when you got confirmation that ticket had won, can you put into words how you felt? And your thoughts? Go ahead. Take your time.
Here's the thing. I am a person who, if there's something that I desire, something that I want, I only focus on that. I don't even allow countering thoughts to enter my mind. So when all my friends are like, oh my God, I just really hope, we got to get down to the office, and everybody's stressing and everybody's worrying, I just wasn't, because I believe that they will win. I just did. I chose to believe that that's what would happen. So the moment it really, when it happened, it was like, I was excited. I was like, okay, great. No real thoughts at that moment. It wasn't until Kamala got on stage and she walked out in all white, and she stands up there and she's talking, and I'm looking at her. That was the moment that you're like fishing for. That was the moment for me that I was like, wow, this really happened. I've lived now through a Black president and a Black female vice president. That's, growing up, I'm from Louisiana. Okay. That's a red state forever. Like, racism is real in Louisiana. I would have never thought that I would have ever seen a Black person in the highest honor of our land, as they say, right?
Sure.
It made me feel like I already am a person that I have to believe that I can do anything, because I don't like to put limits on who I am or whatever. If I put my mind on something, I believe I can do it, and I'm going to make sure that it gets done. That's just the core of who I am. Looking at her, though, it for me, it made it go to like another level. It was like, wow, anything is possible. Anything is possible. And as a woman, I don't know. I know men look at it and it's like, oh, that's great. Oh, that's the first female woman of color, blah, blah, blah. I get it. But it's different. It hits different when you're a woman and you see a woman in that, in that space. So for me, it just made me feel empowered. It made me feel like I could conquer anything I set my mind out to do. It just was the extra boost that I feel like women of color need to be like, I can do it. It can get done.
Yeah. And
so that's what that represented for me, that moment, as I'm sitting there on, I felt like a little girl sitting there looking at the TV like, wow, she's just talking and she's so, and I just was like, man, And then I love that she came from an HBCU. So then there's that.
Yeah.
But it just made me feel powerful. Yeah.
I totally get that because I remember November 2007, how it made me feel. You know, like my day was, I remember like everything. I had to go to a funeral that morning. One of my friend's mothers had passed. And like, I remember everything I did that day in anticipation of whatever time it was going to come. And so I can relate to the celebratory emotion, the unbelievable moment, the relatable moment. So I can get that, and that's why I opened the show when we spoke on it briefly about how I understood it in that moment, what it represents to Black women across the world. Let's say now the hard part is,
right,
what do we hold them accountable to? Like, have we thought beyond that? Like, have we thought beyond the twerking, beyond the drinks, beyond the emotional reaction, beyond the however you wanted to respond that we saw on CNN, Fox, and everywhere else? The prayers, the tears. By the way, what did you think of Van Jones' acting performance?
I was not ready for that. I was like, oh.
Man,
I thought that was genuine.
Oh,
that wasn't genuine.
Man, I don't know, man. That nigga cried.
But if you hear the word, do you have kids?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And that didn't hit you at all, like what he's saying?
No, the reason why it didn't hit me. See, it goes back to that vignette of conversation that I had with Denzel Washington.
With Denzel?
Because I knew that was gonna go viral. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that's a tangible of emasculation. Like, as weird as it may sound to you because you're a woman and you have estrogen, so you may see it as like, man, what a beautiful moment. But for a man like who's crying because there's our oppressor, you know what I mean? See, I don't say in my head, I don't say in my head our ancestors died. I say our ancestors were murdered, right? So that puts a whole different tenor on why we're voting. So when I see Joe Biden, I see his ancestors. You get what I'm saying? So I can't get in that moment. I couldn't go there to and I know it's a combination of we got Trump out, and I actually laugh at that. I actually laugh at the fact that
Trump.
No, I mean, I don't see it as that. I see it as like media manipulation. I do. I see it as a lot of media manipulation in terms of the deflection from Joe Biden's political history. Dre's Finest says, what did you feel with Kamala? I didn't feel anything when she came on stage, but I understood the moment. I understood what it represented. By no means, I was sitting there waiting for her to use the word Black. I was just waiting for her because I have that interview stuck in my head when I'm not going to do things just for Black people. I'm going to do things for everybody. You know, it's not just Black people in America. I'm paraphrasing, but that's how I felt when she said it. So I just sat there and I waited. I just waited for her to use the word Black. And I'm glad she did. And now I want to know, what do we hold them accountable to? Like, what would be 2 or 3 things that you would want to hold this ticket accountable to? You have anything?
Yeah, police reform for sure. I think, God, how many kids was it that Donald Trump caged? I would love for the kids to reunite with their families.
Oh, you talking about the 545?
No.
The 545 people?
Yeah.
See, I know the truth. Yeah, but I know the truth about that. I know the truth.
Okay, see, maybe because I don't know the truth about it.
No, that's fair.
That's a lot.
No, that's right. Oh man, Dre's Finest says, man, Van Jones is a joke. Get the fuck out of here. That was gay of him.
Get the hell out of here. That was a
No, get
gay
the hell
of
out
him.
of here. That was gay. Yeah, man, because I couldn't see him respond. I couldn't respond in that manner. And maybe maybe there's a shell around me or something. And that's true. But I remember my first reaction because the shit went viral. So, oh my God. Van was showing up for his LGBTQ brethren. Hey, yeah. And that's another thing about CNN that actually like that they actually showed their true colors. This political, and so Fox has always shown their true colors, right? Fox has always been very, very strong and opinionated for what they believe in. But CNN has literally just went all in financially on getting Trump out of office. You understand? Like they paid a pretty penny in terms of creating this narrative about Donald Trump. But I have this we'll get back to it if you like. So my idea for a solution is I'm actually the reason why I actually were you thinking about going to Atlanta, because I'm considering moving to Atlanta. I told you earlier, because I have this idea. And tell me what you think about this idea. And please respond to as short or as long as you like. So there are 5 cities that I think can control America, right? Atlanta, Detroit. Let me go on order because I call it DAMP. Okay, DAMMP. Detroit, Atlanta, Madison, Wisconsin, Miami, and Philadelphia. Okay, and because when we saw the results of the election, they were waiting for these numbers to come in. And it was majority of these high density of Black people voting, like 55% Atlanta, 80% Detroit, and 40% Madison, and so on and so forth. And I says in my head, I just had an aha moment. If we can re-educate the voting electorate to vote as a block in these 5 cities, we can literally have a key to the White House. Because no Democratic candidate can become president without these 5 cities. So if we can convince, instead of us saying all 45 million Black people got to do it this way, how challenging would that be? That would take that would take a couple of generations, I would say, you know. Right. But if we can get these 5 cities, 400 square miles of America, maybe, I don't know, 500 square miles of America, we can control these 500 square miles of America. We can control the presidential ticket.
And that's why you want to move to Atlanta?
I want to move to, that's why I want to move to Atlanta and split time between Los Angeles and Atlanta, because Atlanta, I'm an hour away from Miami. I'm an hour away from the 3 cities up north. And I want to like build a coalition, you know what I mean, in attempts to, not in attempts, but to, in 3.5 years, convince a great percentage of these 5 cities to hold the vote. And this is what we want. If you don't give us what we want, we're not voting for you. And reparations, police reform, qualified immunity, land ownership, no taxes for a decade. I don't know what it is. You know, I'm thinking prematurely, very impulsive.
I like all of them.
Yeah, right. So
no taxes for a decade. We can start there. Okay.
Yeah, man. But but that's kind of where I'm at with it. So I was looking at property in Atlanta, far cheaper than Los Angeles. So I was thinking about getting like a condo downtown in Atlanta and branching out from there. And because the flights are like $150.
Wait, how much is that condo?
$320. Like everything under $300,000.
Oh, so you was a high end. You was a high end condo over there. That's high end.
No, everything under $300,000. No, you know how you said it, or you know how you said it on Redfin, like $300,000. I just wanted my mortgage payment to be $1,500. That's all. If I can get my mortgage payment around $1,500 a month,
right.
I can hustle and get $1,500. You get what I'm saying? That's managed. You know, and it would have to be. You got a phone call. It would have to be enclosed because I'll be bi-coastal and I don't want to leave the home empty. So it has to be encased. You know, what's up, 626? What's up?
Hey, what's up, Fred?
What's up, man? How you feeling?
Great show last night, right?
Yeah, perfect. Yep.
Perfect. Hey, salute to the queen on the panel.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Nigga, will you ask the question? This nigga pausing.
Taja.
Yeah.
Yes,
Remember the movie? Remember
Wait,
the
say
movie
again?
you played in White Crack Bastard?
Yes.
Fred was the White Crack Bastard. No, he always give me a hard time when I call in. First of all, we're on a delay, so I don't hear y'all for like another 3 seconds for whatever reason. He having technical difficulties and all that. So
Okay.
I wasn't pausing. I just like being respectful so I could hear before I start talking. Because when you look at the playback, we all talking over each other. And
Gotcha.
he knows this. But anytime there's a beautiful queen on the panel, he definitely gives me a hard time. For whatever reason, I don't know. We're going to figure it out. He do.
Got it.
She's like, man,
hey, but
please
did
ask
they
the
call
question.
you? Did they call you to cast for White Crack Bastard too?
No.
The sequel?
No. Have you seen that movie? You haven't seen that film.
Yeah, I've seen. I told you, Fred was it. Fred. That's why I got hip to Fred. Seeing that movie.
I cannot. Y'all are funny.
No, for real. Tell him, Fred.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Tell him what location it was started.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I was actually reading a book. I was actually reading a book on how to interact with the caller with dry humor. I was reading that book right now.
Tell him about White Crack Bastard. He think we making something up. Tell him about it.
No, there is. I did do a movie called White Crack Bastard, though, for real. It's about
give him a little rundown.
Don't crack. I played this. The leading role. I played his best friend Gina, and we were all, doing crack, trying to live life, and it went to, I think it's on like Amazon. I don't know where it actually ended up, but it did get like distribution and stuff like that. But it was just about these friends trying to live life, and they were dealing in crack. And I played a crackhead for the first time. So that's what attracted me to that role, because I'd never played a crackhead before. And she kind of went crazy, and then she kind of got cleaned up a little bit toward the end. But there is a real movie called White Crack Bastard that I'm in that you remind me of, Fred, sounds like. Seems like that's
I don't mind.
Yes, you is. You don't come on my show showing me up. You do this shit all the time,
Listen. When you've been short and dark skinned your whole life, there's no joke you haven't heard. You know what I mean? Like life is beautiful, man. Life is beautiful. But continue.
No, Fred, first of all, you my dirty. You the one be giving me hard times when I call you.
I don't mind. I just, she's better looking than I. So and you can see me every night. She's not gonna be here tomorrow. So I mean, I would focus on her.
Is she gonna be here tomorrow? She ain't gonna say nothing to you. She gonna be here tomorrow. No, but I'm gonna watch that show tonight. But it's a pleasure having you in the barbershop. I just want to call in and
thank you.
Bring some positive energy. Like I always tell him, he always looking at the glass half empty. I have to remind him, man, the glass is half full.
Absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Now, should I hang up on you now? Since glass
half full. You gave her the power. Let her determine that.
Yeah. That means She's like, whenever a black woman slaps her knee, That means that's a fake laugh. That means, baby, it's time to go. You know what I mean? It's time to go.
She say, go cue the movie White Crack Bastard right now.
Like,
Y'all are funny.
Come save me. All right.
Oh my God. Thanks for
All right,
calling
man,
in, John.
I'll get off the phone because it's blowing up. She's trying to boom in and everything.
Appreciate you.
H Money about to get in and everything.
Appreciate you.
All right,
You,
no
dog.
problem.
Yeah. Nah, we have a good
Thanks for
time in here.
calling.
We have a good time in here, man. So Dre's finally said, I want to
that was
snatch
funny.
Van by the throat and shake him. I did too, in a sense. You know what I mean? Van was auditioning. Go ahead.
I can't.
Gregory, yeah, that's another thing too. I really think, for real, I think, by the way, I'll say after I get through this super chats, Kevin Brower, the first thing that came to my mind seeing Van Jones act like that was Cooney. Yeah, you get
Cooney.
0 from Joe and that hoe. No, you can't say that. No, you can't say that. You can't.
I can't.
No.
That.
And we don't filter nothing in here. We don't.
I can't.
But because of Anderson Cooper, Don Lemon. So imagine what that does for generations and generations and generations and I'm very conscientious of that, of how much I intake and all that good stuff. What role did you see and you like, how the fuck didn't I get that role? I know you talk about it all the time with the girls.
No, actually, I don't.
Okay.
Well, I wanted to be in Black Panther. That'd have been great.
Did you audition for it?
No.
Did you audition for it? Oh, okay.
No. Just being in it. I don't know that I had one. Oh, this is the world that when this show came out, I used to get calls like, "Oh my God, you should have did this role," and I did audition for it, but it wasn't for me. It was for Iman Orji, and that's an Insecure. The girl who plays the best friend in Insecure.
Yeah.
They you know what I'm talking about? Okay.
No. I don't watch it, but they film it in my business partner building. So totally. So in Inglewood. So
right.
Like we're all partners in the property game, and so they actually rented it for like 5 years. How many seasons has it been now? Matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give y'all a tour of that apartment. Yeah, 3rd or 4th. Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all a tour of that apartment because I have access to it. I'm talking to the people on the channel. I can go in there anytime I want. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah. She plays Molly. Or she plays Molly on Insecure. So that would be the role.
I've never seen it. What role would you want to create? Want to become?
Superhero.
Design a role. If you could design a role. Who did you just say? I'm sorry.
Superhero.
A superhero?
A superhero.
What powers would she have? What powers would she have?
Ooh. As a Black woman, we want to read your mind. There's a superhero that I love already. She's from the DC universe. No, not Storm. She's from the DC universe. Her name is Vixen. Have you heard of Vixen?
Vixen?
Vixen. Look her up. She could do her powers where she could transform into anything an animal could do. She could do. She could run fast. She could fly. She could jump. She could swim. She could whatever. She could do all of that. But DC is from the Vixen is from the DC universe. She was in a relationship with Superman, and they were a couple. Interesting enough, but Hollywood's not going to tell that story. But I love when I found out about her. I'm like, a Black dark-skinned superhero. Storm was supposed to be dark-skinned. They made her light. Wonder Woman has a Black sister. Her name is Madea. These are the stories that I would like to see. That I would like to be, for sure, a superhero. But I don't want you to make me lighter. I want her to be chocolate melanated with shea butter or cocoa butter, as my man say. You know what I mean? I want her with like natural hair and like, make her black. I want her black.
Right.
That's what I want.
Right.
I want that representation to be out there. I want that to be palatable for white people. Little girls to be able to look at that and be like, wow, that could be me one day. Like that's important.
How important is a representation on screen?
Oh my God, it's everything. Because that's what we see. We become in our mind what we see. If we've never seen it, most people don't even think it can happen because it's never been done. They've never seen it before. But if you see it and it becomes a norm and it's something that you feel like it's attainable and achievable, then you can aspire to do that. Seeing is believing, for sure. Yeah. I think representation is really important.
Are you writing
That's what I was
anything?
talking about with Black men. I want to see. I am. I haven't in a while. I do have stuff that I've written, yes. But I mainly am focusing on acting and then directing.
I was very interested in what you were about to say about Black men and how you transition from seeing it on screen to Black men. I was very interested in that. Before I cut you off.
I know. We have that delay thing too. So when it comes in, it comes in. But yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why it's important for me to see Black men, specifically darker skinned Black men, portrayed in a more positive light. Because if you went in for a casting, like you got on this hoodie, you got your beard with the bald head, they're automatically, you're not getting the guy that's going to be in the suit that owns Wall Street. No. You go get the friend that's like the bum on the street, that's blah, 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 blah. That's how they're going to depict you. No, I want to see the guy that looks like you, that got his shit together, that has a nice car in the house and blah, blah, blah. It's not just, colorism exists, period, and I want to get rid of that. I've experienced that my whole life being dark skinned.
Really? Can you speak upon one? I mean, I'm saying really like, I'm not really like I'm shocked. I'm just.
No, right.
Yeah, I'm saying like, could you speak on an instance? Does one
in
come to mind?
Or just in general?
And you can go anywhere you like.
Well, I'm trying to think of an instance. It's funny. I was at this audition one. I don't know if this is the same thing, but this came to mind, so I'm going to say it. I was at this audition one time for this commercial, and this white casting director comes out, and it's a room full of Black women because they're casting for a Black woman. And this woman says, so I need you guys to be really Black. Like, don't come in here not being Black. You got to be really Black. Like, I want to see you guys really be in touch with your Blackness. Bitch, what does that mean to you? What you think that means? That was the craziest shit in the world to me. And I was just sitting there looking at her like, what? What? But she literally was thinking, that's what she was saying was, I guess in layman's terms, she wanted everyone to be a little bit more, I hate to use this word, but because we'll understand it, it's more ghetto. She wanted like that type of character, but it wasn't written like that. And that's not what people were going in or doing because it's a commercial audition. But she wanted this caricature of a Black woman. And she wanted this like loud, obnoxious, she wanted this like kind of ghetto type personality for this audition. And so everybody, so then when she did that, all these Black women started grilling her. So hold on, what you mean by that? But we Black right now, like what? So then it became this whole thing, and she came down all the way. She was like, I just, whatever it means to you, just come in and just, do your best. We just really want to see, her to have a little sass. Just make her have sass.
Yeah. I get it.
But you don't remember the Black woman coming out saying some shit like that? Bitch, get out of here. Sorry. Oh, we can say whatever we want at the barbershop. Okay.
Yeah.
Say like a TV interview. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. What?
Was let's go a level higher. Have you ever been disappointed in an actor or an actress in a role? Like, why did they take it? They were terrible. Not terrible because I don't want because you may have to work with them down the line. Who?
Absolutely, Zoe Saldana in the Nina Simone story.
I didn't see that.
I was mad at her. I didn't watch it either. I was like your boy with Harriet. I boycotted it. But they painted her dark skin. They painted her Black so she could look more like Nina Simone. You know who Zoe Saldana is, right?
Yeah,
she doesn't even claim to be Black, but she's more of a Latin descent. And I was like, but why? But why? And I just felt like, well, why would you even want to take that role? Like, why? Like, why?
Mm.
That's the role that sticks out for me. And I think she's a great actor. She's done a lot of great, amazing things. But at the end of the day, I'm just like, what? No, that was the one that was, I thought that was disrespectful to Nina Simone. Like, that's just disrespectful.
Right.
That's how I felt about that, for sure.
And
thank you, Eli, Zachary, everything.
Thank you.
We need better black representation.
So Wednesday night on BET.
We do.
What can we expect this season?
Wednesday night on BET, we're coming back. Oh, now I can't say nothing. However,
tell us what you can tell us before we get out of here. Tell us what you can tell us.
Okay, we shot season 2 of Tyler Perry's The Oval. It's coming back in spring of 2021. You can expect from my character, specifically Priscilla, a whole new side of her. She is going through. If you guys remember from season 1, my husband is coming out of the bedroom with the first lady, and his dick is hard. I'm sorry. What? Why is your dick hard? You see that side of Priscilla this season. That's what you see from Priscilla, trying to understand what that. I ain't gonna do that. Okay, all right. That's what you're gonna see. Am I working on any movies right now? Yes. I'm working on a movie right now. It's called Whose Baby Is It? And it deals with I'm a social worker. It deals with child abuse. So I'm really excited about that. I'm actually working that right now. I was supposed to work today, and I ended up getting off. So this was perfect because I was like, I got an interview at 9 because I was about to be in the barbershop, so I got to get off at least by 7. Got to get home. Got to get it together. Okay. But then, universe worked it out for me. God worked it out for me that I could just be off all day and be ready for this time.
Thank you.
And then after this, I'm doing a TV pilot called Scarlet, where I get to play the lead. It's like a crime mob kind of boss, crime mob drama, and I'm playing the lead role in that. So it's a pilot we shoot in December next month. So yeah, that's what I'm working on right now.
And yeah, thank you for coming in here, man. It was a, and we've never had conversations in long form. You notice that? We've always been in passing for like 10 minutes. Yeah, we used to see each other more often when the world was open, but we've only talked to each other for like 2 minutes at a time. I just thought about that when you was like smacking and shit. I'm like, I've never seen that side of Taja. I've never seen that side of Taja. But man, we genuinely think.
Because you don't know Taja, I know.
You're right. But please, when season 2 opens, come back. Please come back. And and you know what we do on the barbershop? So every 2 weeks, right? Every 2 weeks we watch a movie. Okay. And so your next film that comes out, we'll watch it. Whether we got to go to the movie or whether we got to go rent. And honestly, hundreds of people go watch it. We have the best conversations about movies in here. Swear to God. No lie. I can't make this shit up.
I love it. Okay.
Hundreds of people are going to go watch it. And we give them 2 weeks to watch it. And we'll come back in here and we'll talk about it. I swear, no lie. And we cry laughing every other Thursday. No lie. Yeah. and so your next film.
I love these barbershop conversations.
Your next film, when it drops, whether it's on Amazon Prime, Netflix, and the movies, we'll go watch it and we'll come back in here and we'll have the time of our lives. Yeah, that'll be fun. We had Erica on Cedra. We had Cedra on last week from Love and Basketball. And it was the most, we had so much fun. We had so much fun because everyone was reliving Love and Basketball. And she was the hater that hated on Sanaa Lathan. And he's like, don't lose your spot to the freshman. So it's fun. So please come back. We'd love to have you come back, please. And thank you for coming in. Thank you for
man. I'm
being
doing
easy
it.
to work with too. We really appreciate you coming in. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it. And your producer's on it, man. She's great. So
thank you.
Thank
appreciate
you.
I'm glad it worked out. Love, peace, and hair grease. I'll see you in Atlanta.
Atlanta.
I'll give you 100 singles. I'll give you 100 singles. You throw it that way, I throw mine this way. How about that? Blue Flame. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I went to Blue Flame. Blue Flames is not far from Tyler Perry Studios. I don't know if you know that, but Blue Flames is not too far from Tyler Perry Studios because Tyler Perry has his own exit.
Yes,
Tyler Perry Studio has its own exit. I was like, this property must be big. I didn't stop. I just went by it on the freeway, and I was like, dang.
It's 330 acres. It's ginormous. It's the biggest studio in the nation.
He literally built his own. He literally built his own table.
He built it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thanks, Jay's finest.
Yeah, thank you. So
thank you. I appreciate
come back.
That.
Appreciate you.
Will do. I'm coming back. Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Taja.
Right. All right, bye.
Thank you. Well, that was fun. That was tons of fun. Taja Simpson, y'all. That shit was a blast, yo. That shit was a blast, man. Thank you, Ty. We're gonna come back. Thank you, my beautiful black sister. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. That was fun. And Tyler Perry got his own. Yeah, he got his own exit on the freeway, dog. I was like, hold up. That's when it all makes sense, right? I was like, this shit must be big. And it was at nighttime because I was going to the strip club. And so if it was daytime, I would have stopped, but I ain't gonna get pulled over by no patrol guy. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? You going to jail. So I didn't stop. But I was like, God, this shit must be huge. He got his own exit. You know, what's up, TB? And so yeah, man. So it's funny. Yeah, it's funny. I've known Taja for years, just going to film festivals and stuff, and we're always in the film festivals and talking and that's it. Because you meet people in the hall, not the hallways, but you know the reception area where you buy the popcorn. That's in the film festival. It's called the reception area, and we just talk in passing and say hi, and you know what I mean. Sometimes we'll have mutual friends. We'll have a 3-minute conversation, and that's it. You know what I mean? And but that was fun. And because she always has a film in the film festival, and so I see her every year. And but it won't be a film festival this year. And you know, truth be told, that was one of the selling points of me moving to this area was the Pan African Film Festival. I wanted to be able to walk to the Pan African Film Festival. No lie. True story. And that was one of the selling points to moving to this area instead of moving to Calabasas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Taja, cool. Yeah, she was cool, man. She's sharp. She's sharp with it. So yeah, man. So where we gonna go from here? We got a couple of minutes. Where we gonna go from here? Did y'all see the Deontay Wilder interview with Blue Blood? Wait a minute. Blue Blood, Curtis Anderson, and BFTB and Deontay Wilder. Shit was a riot, wasn't it? Shit was a riot. That shit was funny as hell. I had a blast listening to that shit. I was working off and on, so I had to go pick up windows and all. Man, nigga was driving all over LA today. But it was cool. So tomorrow tomorrow's Tuesday. We got a Hot Topic Tuesday. I'm just waiting on that Canelo Caleb Plant fight to be official. You know what I mean? Oh, it is. The Tyler Perry family is originally from a little town. Oh man. How do you get to chat from your phone? It's how do you get to chat? I don't know. You're not talking to me, right, Jarvis? I don't know if you're talking to me. I don't know. But we'll chop that up. And what's going on in boxing today? Do y'all know? Somebody call in and have a conversation with me. Thank you, TV. Right on cue. Right on cue.
My nigga, this is dedication. This is anti-hesitation. It's a real nigga celebration.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Yo, what it do, Fred? How you doing, man?
How you feel, Mike? What's up? What it do?
Yeah, man. First off, man, that was a great interview.
It was fun, right? It was just fun. It was fun.
Man.
It was fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
fun.
like I ain't even like I be watching the Oval and stuff, and like I didn't even know that was her at first.
Oh, you watched the Oval? You watched that?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, that was a dope interview, bro. But with the Canelo Caleb Plant fight, Yeah, man.
Is that official?
I like that fight.
Is that official?
I seen the IBF like posted like on IG, but I don't know if they like really like announced yet.
I'm gonna wait for PBC to post it, then I'll snap. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting my time. For be like, fuck Al Heyman. I'll be like,
yeah, fuck Al Heyman.
Hey, fuck Al Heyman. Man, that nigga done sold us out, man. But anyways, go ahead, man. What you got?
Now from your standpoint, yeah, I do understand. I definitely understand like why you would be mad, because like Deontay Wilder's supposed to get that date, but you got to think at the same time too, like Tyson Fury really was the one like we should be like yelling at him. You feel me? Because I mean, now I see what you're saying like with the December 19th, but I mean, this is a good fight for Canelo. You know what I'm saying? It's a good fight for Canelo. A great fight for Caleb Plant. I think this is gonna be a great. I think it's gonna be a great fight. What's your standpoint on that?
I haven't digested the fight yet. Be honest with you, but I think that I'm just more focused on. I can't believe Al Heyman and Shelly Finkel misunderstood the language of a contract. I can't grasp that. I've never heard of them misunderstanding the contract, because if they go against a rematch clause, you can file an injunction that can halt everything and force Tyson Fury to fight you.
Okay. But you know I mean, yeah.
No, because y'all don't understand that contract costs that lack of understanding of the contract cost Deontay Wilder over $20 million. Y'all missing the point. There's no difference between Oscar De La Hoya skimming $30 million off of Canelo's contract and costing Deontay Wilder over $20 million. There's no difference between that. You know what I mean? It's all they care about is green. All they care about is green. And that's the same type of energy that people took money on infiltrating the NOI. That's the same energy that told well, he's gonna be sleeping at the Lorraine Motel tonight, April 3rd, 4th. He's gonna be sleeping at the Lorraine Motel, and he's gonna come out and smoke a cigarette at about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Be there. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So all that shit goes into play, man. I don't, man, you cost, in my humble opinion, you cost a man $20 million. And then, and then you also got to understand this. That shouldn't be Caleb Plant. That should be Jamal Charlo. Jamal Charlo earned that fight. Jamal Charlo said he'll come up from underneath the ring for that fight. And December 19th compromises Errol Spence pay-per-view. So who is he valuing more? Is he valuing Errol Spence more? Or is he valuing Canelo more?
How would that be compromising his pay-per-view?
It's 2 weeks apart.
Okay, I mean, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying, but at the same time, it wouldn't really be compromising, because, like, think about it like this. Everybody's gonna watch that Errol Spence Jr. fight. Like, you even see like the Zone, like they have like the Ryan Garcia fight. They got that in the noon. You feel me? So they don't even want to compete, like go head to head with that fight, because everybody's gonna watch that fight. That's gonna be that's the biggest fight of the year. You know what I'm saying? But
no, it is a big fight. But you do not schedule a pay-per-view 2 weeks after that. You don't do that because you force the consumer to make a decision.
Right. Okay, I see. Right. So am I going to buy like the Errol Spence fight, or am I going to buy the Caleb Plant?
You're not buying both. Who's going to buy both? For real. 20% of the audience? 80% of the audience is not buying both. I'm not buying both. I don't want no $400 cable bill. My cable bill is already $189. with the internet and all that shit, and you know what I mean? Nah, I'm not paying $400 with taxes, and you can kiss that shit. Nah, I had to pay. That Charlo shit was cost me $270 or somewhere in there. I don't know, somewhere in there.
Okay, yeah, I see you coming from. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's so.
Yeah, so I have another question. So like now is this? I mean,
no one. I disagree, DB. Not everybody's gonna support Earl if they have an option, because some people are gonna say, well, Canelo Plant is a better fight. People are gonna say that.
I mean, yeah, from the standpoint of like,
I'm not buying the Canelo pay-per-view.
Offer.
Hell no.
Yeah.
I'm not buying that shit. Anyways, go ahead.
Let me ask you this. So in May, like Cinco de Mayo, do you think that Jermall Charlo versus Canelo Alvarez, that's the biggest fight to make?
Jermall Charlo and Canelo?
Yeah, on Cinco de Mayo weekend.
No, they gonna trick you and say Jose Benavidez Canelo. That's what they gonna say, or it's gonna be in September.
Nah, yeah, September or something. But I think that's the biggest fight. I think that's
I'm saying from what they're gonna do business wise, and I think that we need to start demanding what we want to see, as opposed to just paying for what they give us. Like if someone messed up your order at McDonald's or your local burger joint, you'll stop going. They need to give us what we want, man. And I know for a fact that Shelly Finkel and or Al Heyman are not going to make a mistake and not file an injunction. Eddie Hearn filed it. Okay, let me back up and let you guys know the truth. Okay, Eddie Hearn filed an injunction on Al Heyman in New York. Do y'all remember that? Feel free to Google it. Do your homework. Because Al Heyman was trying to get out of the rematch with Andy Ruiz. Do y'all remember this situation? Do you remember this, TB?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was trying to get out of the rematch. So Eddie Hearn flew to New York. It was a fight week in New York. I forget what fight it was, and he filed an injunction, and it went viral. It went viral and all that shit. And they end up having to have the rematch. So if Eddie Hearn files an injunction for the rematch and he's from another country with another fighter, right? How come Al Heyman can't file an injunction on not ESPN, but Top Rank, who is an American company, and force Tyson Fury to fight the rematch? Because it's not just a win or lose fight. That's generational money. Yeah. The same thing you should be mad at Al Heyman about is the same reason you're mad at Andre Ward. Oh, he should just go to Wembley Stadium and fight Anthony Joshua. What are you talking about? That's $20 or $30 million. Let him get his $20 or $30 million. He earned it. He built this shit up into a thing. And I know you don't want to talk about Barack Obama. I know you don't want to talk about Al Heyman and the truth, but it's all about money and greed. It's all about money and greed. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, if that December 19th date is taken by someone else other than Deontay Wilder, and they said, I repeat, and I am going to quote Bob Arum. Deontay Wilder talked about it earlier today on the interview. The network said that they had football games and they couldn't schedule it in on December 19th. Sometimes you just got to accept the truth, y'all. All right. They said we cannot have this fight on December 19th because there's no space in the network. They have all these bowl games and football games, and so there's no room.
Yeah, and they say like they wouldn't be able to like promote it
they wouldn't been able to promote it.
They wouldn't be able to promote it like on the networks.
Mm-hmm. But you can promote Canelo in 5 weeks because he's going to announce it sometime this week if the fight is true. Every black person that loves boxing, should be mad at Canelo taking Deontay Wilder's date.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And to exclude the truth, you'll be doing yourself a disservice, in my humble opinion. You know what I mean? Y'all don't want to hear the truth. Y'all want to hear circumstantial truth, part truth. Oh, we can't. If none, I'll just stop there. I'll wait till it's official. And if you don't want to hear it, you guys can tune out. All right, because I'm gonna snap. All right. But anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. My last one was what do you think of the Kell Brook and Terrence Crawford fight this weekend?
Kell Brook's fighting himself. Who's he fighting? Who's Kell Brook fighting? Jamal James?
You know who he's fighting.
I have no idea who's Kell. I thought Kell Brook is doing shadow boxing this weekend. He's shadow boxing this weekend. He's shadow boxing 12 rounds against. I'm favoring the other guy. But I'm rooting for Kell Brook. I'm rooting for Kell, man. I'm rooting for Kell. I'm gonna put 100 on Kell. What is it? 8-1. I gotta put my bet in.
I gotta wait till like Friday too. Like they gonna put it like in Ameristar Casino. But yeah, hey, I ain't gonna lie. I think Kell Brook, I think he gonna shock. I think he gonna beat Terrence Crawford, bro. Like the vibes that he gave me on Trill Boxing Talk yesterday when he, no, it was like, I think it was yesterday. Like when he did that interview, like it gives me them vibes of like where he came, like he knows like he has nothing to lose, like just how he came like with Sean Porter. He came like in America and he dethroned him. He giving me them type of vibes, and I think that he's gonna shock. I think he's gonna shock Bud Crawford.
Yeah. Ooh, we gonna see. I'll be watching. I mean, honestly, that's a fight I'm really intrigued by because like I've told you, I don't think he's that good. So if he can pass this test, like reasonably dominant, Kell Brook is still a former world champion. I'll give him credit, but if he just skates by, split decision and looks bad, nah, fuck it. He is who I think he is,
Yeah, I think it's definitely gonna be his toughest test because he ended up with a live dog. Like Kell Brook, like people can say what they want to about the eye and stuff like that. Like Kell Brook comes to fight. Like he, even though the two losses with Triple G and Errol Spence, like he was fighting. He was like, it was like literally like down to the wire before like the time of the stoppage. Yeah, but that's all I have to say. I'm back in the chat.
I appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate you. And honestly, I don't really care about the fight. I care about it because I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not watching the fight like, God, I hope Bud loses. I'm not watching it like that. Pre-fight, I'm gonna be rooting for Kell Brook, you know what I mean? But I don't know when I want to see how good he is. I want to see how good the other guy is. When I find out how good the other guy is, then that'll be it. So I mean, but I have him as the favorite over Kell. You know what I mean? I have him as the favorite. So we'll see. Yeah, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Fred?
Hey,
Hold
what's
on, okay. I want you to hear that background noise. Did you get the thing I emailed you?
Not yet. I ain't looking at my email yet. What's up?
You do that all the time. You say, man, send me
you
this,
talking about
yesterday?
Yeah, I did. The TF email. I thought you talking about today. No, I didn't. I haven't looked.
Oh, no,
TF email. Yeah, I saw it. I got it. Thank you.
Yeah. No, when I called in, I just got in the house and I saw you was on.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And nobody wasn't calling in and shit. So
they never. I told you y'all don't call in when there's women there. They don't do that. Never.
It's only one definition of never, Fred.
Facts.
Hey, but Spence, did they get the finalize the location for
it's at Cowboy Stadium.
Oh, okay. AT&T Stadium. Because I hadn't been hearing where it was gonna be at. I know that was one of the prospect, sites. But
it's at Cowboy Stadium, December 5th. Hey, did y'all see that? Did y'all see that commercial where they got Earl Spence with a chain on? Did y'all see that shit? See, that's another thing that pissed me off. But I'm gonna show y'all this. I gotta email it to myself. Man, y'all they be doing something. Man, maybe I'll be reading. Maybe I'll be reading it. No, it's not a link. I took a picture from the TV.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but maybe I'll be reading in the shit too much. I don't know. But I'll be like, man, y'all could have did a whole lot better with this. But keep on talking. Go ahead.
No, I haven't seen it. When you said chains, I'm thinking of like some you know, they trying to get some racial shit off or something. So I can't wait to see what you're talking about. What how did you take it? How did it strike you?
You'll see it when you come off this. Let me see it.
What offended you? That's what I'm, you know, maybe, and then I could just visualize it before I even see it.
It's just how they market us. You know what I mean? It's just that old nigga marketing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the energy you was putting off the scene. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Just lazy nigga marketing. You know what I mean? Just lazy nigga marketing. I wasn't feeling that too much. Let me well, when you hang up, you'll see it. I'm gonna post it right now.
No, I could see it on my TV.
Okay,
I just had to turn the volume down. All right, go ahead and put it up. I'll be able to see it if you can.
All right, cool.
But that was a good show last night.
You see it?
Kev called in.
You see it?
Not yet.
You see it?
No, it's coming up. It's on a little delay.
Earl got a chain on. It says the truth. Man, you need black people, man. I mean, I'm not gonna make it. Come on, man. Come on, man. I see it. Hey, that's like who drinking your 40 in the hood. What's the name of that movie? I mean, that's so cheap. That's so niggerish. Like, you know what I mean? The world is watching this. It's just me. It's just me. You know what I mean?
That's a big ass chain.
Too. Yeah. You're not promoting my son like this. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna be dead ass honest with you. If that's Lincoln Hawthorne, shit. Nah, you ain't doing this to my son. I'm just gonna keep it a buck, nigga. Like, nah, he's more than that. His father is Emmy nominated. His mom is a doctor. Nah, you ain't about to do this shit to him. Fuck you. Nah, you ain't doing this to me. Nah, not to me, not to my son. That's just how I feel. You know what I mean? Like, nah, it ain't happening. Nah, but both his parents got postgraduate degrees. Nah, you ain't fucking with me like this. It's just lazy. This is lazy. This is laziness. Yeah. This ain't nothing like and for those of you who don't understand what the hell I'm saying, it's okay. Because y'all don't fully grasp the concept. This is what they think of us. This is what they think.
Even around his neck. It's like going under his arm or something.
But that's what they think of us, though. You get what I'm saying? That's what they like. Oh man, you know them niggas, them Floyd Mayweather niggas. You know they love that jewelry. They love that flash.
That's a Master P back in the day on his album covers type shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, I got it. I got it, man. I got it. Yeah, it is on Box Rec. I saw it, but I'm waiting for them to announce it because it might not happen till next year. So it's just the ideology, you know what I mean? And that's just the reality of it. So I was like, man, I was going to do a video on it, then I just left it alone. I don't feel like exerting no energy.
I heard you say something. You felt like if Canelo gets that day, which yes it is, I definitely agree that it'll be messed up. But why you feel it'll compromise? I know you explained. You was like it give the consumers an option to choose. But I'm looking at it as it's going to be a gauge to see which one.
No, that's the nigga way of thinking. Oh, it's gonna gauge. No, what do you mean? Oh, we gonna prove that we spend more money than the Mexican. No, y'all better stop seeing it as that. No, man.
Yeah, I don't even get clear for takeoff and you be shooting me down. But okay, just look at this. I know we gotta wait until we see. Okay, December the 5th come and the Spence fight come. And we just gonna say it do 300,000 buys. Now,
he'll do. I'm sure Earl will do 300,000 buys. I'm sure.
Okay, no, but I'm saying on a hypothetical note, 500,000 buys. Okay,
I hope so. I hope so. I'm buying it. I'm buying Earl.
Right,
Earl Spence may be my last pay-per-view I'm ever buying. I'm telling y'all that shit right now. Because if they take $20 million out of Deontay Wilder's pockets, I'm never giving these niggas none of my money. Never. No network is getting any more of Frederick Hawthorne's money.
Right.
I'm just being 100. I'm telling y'all. That's just the way
I
feel.
Just say that December the 19th date flop without Wilder on it.
Flop? What do you mean flops? I don't care if it flops. The fact that they didn't give Deontay Wilder that date is disturbing. Keep in mind, they don't want to pay him. That's why they not giving him the date.
I was thinking, and I could be wrong, they might give him the money on under the table type shit, like hush money type.
You don't give a nigga $30 million under the table, man, without getting nothing in return, man. He just had an interview today. He ain't hushing.
Well, I mean, his career is not over, so of course he's going to get another date.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not justifying him not getting the December the 19th date. So that ain't where I'm going with it. But if they the powers that be and enforce that, I don't see Wilder just leaving empty. Just being fucked in the game. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see that. Something's going to be negotiated behind the scenes that that's going to be privy to us. You got a better relationship with him than us. He probably let you know later on down the road.
No, it's not about relations. It's just common sense. If someone takes $30 million off of your plate and you're guaranteed, Deontay Wilder was probably guaranteed $50-60 million in these two fights, and you don't get it.
Well, you might not get it now. That's what I'm saying. Once again,
no, not me now. No, it was promised now.
I get that.
So why are we coming up with so many different scenarios? There's only one scenario. It's only one scenario now.
Right.
That's it. Give the man his date. Give the man his money. And then we just hand over the PBC to Canelo.
You think he'd come back on and address that if that actually comes into fruition? Would you ask him to come back on? Because I didn't get a chance to.
Sure. I'll ask him. I have no problem asking him. That's an easy question.
Well, I probably if you're gonna orchestrate the show, and if you ask the question that I'm thinking to ask, I know you're gonna bring that up, and he answered, then I'll just be cool with it. Just hearing it come from his mouth of how he feel about it and how he want to move forward with that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that'd be real, interesting to see what he will have to say. If that happened. Like, once again, it's almost like the election. Well, we know Biden's going to win, but it's not official yet.
Yeah. So
that's the way it's looking now. And yeah, I agree with you. That'd be messed up. But if they say, look, Wilder, let's give you a January, February date, and we could promise you this, that, and the third, and here go a little bit more, woo-wah. And he still get his money. It's just later.
No, it don't work like that.
On real estate.
It don't work. No, that's the passive aggressive Negro. Oh no, we'll give you. Just wait right here, Charlo. Wait right here, Charlo. Charlo, just wait right here. We're gonna fight Plant and Canelo. I promise you, we'll fight you in May. I mean, we'll give you the fight in May. Just let Caleb Plant and Canelo fight first. Why we gotta wait?
No, I feel you said the passive aggressive Negro. The Red said, "Nigga, I'm at my limit, nigga. Fuck this shit. Ain't nothing sliding no more. I don't give a fuck if it's a nickel."
Y'all motherfuckers just petty consumers. Y'all just take anything. Y'all just accept anything.
Well, you know, I don't, man. I'm just saying, I don't know the whole schematic.
Y'all just take what they give them. Leonard Ellaby's business is more important than your business, right? Well, that's what
I don't think I was about to say you own real estate. How many times your tenants been late on their rent?
What does that have to do with the fights?
No. Well, I mean, eventually
somebody's gonna be late. Somebody's gonna be late.
Right. And when you get your money, it's all good, right?
No, there's a late fee attached. There's late fees. There's a fear of getting evicted. There's so many things. There's no fear. Like you're comparing apples to oranges.
No, it's gonna be some fear because he got legal actions he could take if they do that. If they don't make it good with him. Yeah, you could do it. That's an easy litigation right there. If they don't make it good with him. But once again, we don't know yet. We don't know everything, so I don't want to be jumping the gun on that. I'm just, hoping,
y'all just accept anything, and that's cool. What we supposed to do? Not watch boxing forever? Y'all niggas sound weak. Y'all niggas sound like pussies. Oh, we supposed to do? Not watch boxing forever? Man, y'all niggas so weak. Y'all niggas are weak as fuck.
It ain't like that with
y'all
me.
Niggas weak. Y'all niggas weak. Y'all niggas weak. Weak ass niggas. Weak ass niggas. So many.
If it happen like that, you bring Wilder on there. You say, okay, we finna go fuck up some shit. We all on board.
Why we need Wilder's approval? Why the fuck we need Wilder's approval?
Because we gotta hear it from him. This is about his day. They ain't trying to give me 20 mil.
Nigga. He said December 19th was the date. And if Canelo gets December 19th, what more do you want?
No, I'm just saying we gonna see what he got to say about it and see.
Yeah, we can ask, but why should his response excite you from being right or wrong, from doing the right or the wrong thing?
It's called support, Fred.
No, you don't understand. He can support you regardless. You gonna do what's right or wrong. It feels good to get more support. Nobody supports me in media. Nobody. Not one person supports me in media. I stand alone when I go to these fights. I don't say, man, I wish a fighter would. I mean, it's nice, but I don't go here, man, I wish a black fighter would say, Fred's right all this time. No one says that. No one ever says that shit. No one.
I mean, and I'm not saying you're wrong on this. We for one thing, we haven't got anything official. I see the way it's leaning.
What'd you say?
I said we haven't got anything official.
Yeah, that's why I said I'll wait. I'll wait till when the fight. If that fight is official, you know who Canelo's gonna be? Leo Santa Cruz. And y'all niggas, and then y'all not even gonna draw a parallel between Canelo and the Floyd fight, and how come Floyd only fought Berto and Shane Mosley in 10-year career? He only fought Zab Judah, Shane Mosley, Andre Berto. Y'all don't even understand where the fuck I'm going with this, but it's okay. But that's why y'all here, for an education. How that impacted boxing today.
Yeah, I mean, some black fighters, missed out on some coins in their pocket. No, I get it the way they shake.
Missed out on some coins. What do you mean? Missed out on generational wealth? What are you talking about?
Okay, yeah.
Maidana Robert Guerrero, Manny Pacquiao, made career. Conor McGregor, 4 of his last 7 opponents made life-changing money. Maidana ain't fought since. He made 75 million. Oh no, he made 150 million. Conor McGregor made 75 to 100 million. Maidana fought him twice. Come on, man. It's
how much Victor Ortiz get?
I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm just saying, like, y'all gotta. Anyways, I'm good.
No, you got.
I'm not blaming. I'm just telling y'all the real.
No, I think you got good valid points.
I don't have that. I got the truth. The truth.
Right, the truth. Yeah.
Nipsey told y'all
the greatest fighter in the world. The truth.
Yeah, he is. Nipsey told y'all everybody can't go. Everybody can. Anyways, go out the phone. All right, peace. Let me get to the other calls.
No, man.
I gotta go. I got 4 B-mins right now that want to come in.
Yeah, I just want that antagonize.
Nigga, you been on the phone. Oh, okay, good. Shit. But you've been on the phone 17 minutes, nigga. Peace. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, fuck Donald Trump.
Yeah, what's up? You on mute?
Look, we could do the fuck Donald Trump, but that's not my intro. You know what I'm saying? I'll let you get away with 2 nights in a row. That's not my intro. My intro is the minister, but it is what it is, man.
Oh shit,
yeah, bro.
1 second.
I'll let you handle that.
Yeah, go ahead.
At the end of the day, bro, like what you're saying is valid on certain points. You know what I'm saying? Even though I knew Floyd was gonna come up, you know, eventually, I was like, this nigga gonna bring up Floyd eventually. But hey, it is what it is, man. Y'all niggas got a weird relationship. That's on y'all. But with everything you was saying, you got certain points, dog. Like, honestly, bro, what you want to do, I can commend, but we need to do it on a whole. Now, one thing that Reggie said that you do be doing, but I say it's good that Fred do it. You an agitator, bro. You know what I'm saying? You a shit starter. It is what it is. Like in boxing, you need that because motherfuckers need to be uncomfortable. Why? Because they're comfortable with fucking over black people. So Fred,
Reggie voted. When Reggie voted for Biden, that tells you everything you need to know. He voted for Joe Biden, campaigned for him.
He did. Well, look, only because yeah. There you go, Fred.
Don't speak for him. Don't speak.
No. This is to your point. This is to your point. It's not but this is to your point. Reggie, I don't fuck with him on politics. Everything else, me and Reggie good on, but politics. But he was only going for Biden because his homeboy pulled out early. You know what I'm saying? He quit like a little bitch. You know what I'm saying? Bernie Sanders they like this. Him and Bernie Sanders like this. But this isn't about Reggie tonight. It's about you.
Yeah,
you know
go ahead.
What I'm saying?
Take your time.
So what you said, I can commend. You know what I'm saying? And the reason, hold on, before I move off that point, the reason why, Bernie Sanders, he's a bitch ass nigga for a lot of reasons. But one of the reasons is because a black reporter had asked him about reparations. He did a about face and walked off on it. You know what I'm saying? And forever since, I've been like, fuck Joe Biden. Or excuse me, well, fuck him too, but fuck Bernie Sanders forever. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so you got a point on the point of not wanting to support these motherfuckers. Look, bro, we should have been doing that to get these motherfucking announcers out of there, bro. Why is Brian Kinney still employed by PBC? I don't know.
Because you're watching the fights. Because you're paying for them. Because the consumer complains and pays. That's why they don't change your order when you say no mayonnaise and they put mayonnaise on it. Because you're still going to go back and pay. That's why. Simple.
They're gonna fix my sandwich, Fred. Fuck that. They're gonna fix my sandwich. Yo, I'm not coming back to that bitch, bro. Period. That's how I end up.
So why are you paying for? So why are you?
I don't pay for that, bro. I pay for certain fighters. I'm not gonna lie. I only pay for certain fights. You know what I'm saying? Other than that bitch get the stream. You know what I'm saying? Salute to SS Caesar, bro. Hit up the plug. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna put his business out, but hit up the plug on watching that fight. You know what I'm saying? Hit that man up. Cause that's how I do it. You know what I'm saying? I'll pay for Wilder. I'll pay for the Charlo. I'll pay for like most black fighters. I'll pay for. You know what I'm saying? Like the upper echelon. But at the end of the day, I don't complain because I don't complain on certain points with that because it's the thing. You made a good point with this too the other day about like when I was in Montana. You had made a good point about when you don't spend your money one place, you still end up spending it somewhere else because you're still within the system. You know what I'm saying? So for me, like, all right, we got now I'm gonna say we because it started here. We got Paulie the fuck up out of there. Even though it was overdue, we still got him the fuck up out of there. I don't think what you said is white and black. It's not that plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? Because certain
what's that white and black? You gotta keep everyone abreast. I don't know what you're talking about. What's white and black.
What you just said, as far as like the reason why they stay is because of our viewership. That's why like people like Brian Kinney's still there. Well, honestly, bro, I think that's on the fighters too because they're commentating their fights. If I'm a prize fighter, if I'm a headliner or whatever, I'm not gonna be fighting. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that this motherfucker number one doesn't know boxing and he's talking shit about me to the casuals. You know what I'm saying? To people that's trying to.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll answer after you. I apologize. Go ahead.
No, you good. You good. You can cut in whenever, or it's whatever, bro. So my thing is like when you do that from us and the fighters, I think it's a group thing. You know what I'm saying? It's more than just if you don't watch the fight, they'll be out of here. They let Paulie speak that bullshit for years, and we had a problem with that shit for years. Like I know Dante had a problem with that shit. Like you know what I'm saying? But to save face, they ended up getting rid of Paulie under the pressure of what we started on barbershop conversations. It's just call it fact to fact. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they do a lot of times in the system is to save face. So your point is valid though to not support that bullshit because we shouldn't, bro. Like we shouldn't be supporting motherfuckers that number one don't give us what we want, but on top of that, really the real number one don't respect us. You know what I'm saying? If you don't respect me, you're not gonna respect my money. Period. You know what I'm saying? Look, bro. Like I said I got a rack. I got a rack that Dante knocks Tyson Fury the fuck out. You know, it's in my pocket right now, Fred. I got a rack on the shit. You know what I'm saying? But Tyson Fury is a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Straight pussy. And that's another part of the equation that we're not speaking about enough. You know what I'm saying? Is the fact that in America, you know what I'm saying, you're bound under law. You're bound by this, Fred. They say this shit right here, Fred, this pen, they say the pen is stronger than the sword, man. You know what I'm saying? So what's the point in having all this power, this judicial power, and we not forcing it on this motherfucker, bro? Because they was out here talking about when is the champ gonna speak, when is Dante gonna say something? Well, he said a whole lot, and now y'all want the man to shut up. Nah, fuck that, and fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, my brother got cheated. We saw the shit, and we not stopping, man. Just like how when Champ side, look, I'm gonna tell you something. When Champ side helped to get for Sean Cruz her title back, and then she ain't even interview with fucking Champ side. That's the fucking bullshit, bro. Like it's multi-layered, man. So it's more. So back to the original point, it's more than just the viewership. You know what I'm saying? It's the money, bro. You gotta hit them with the money. You know what I'm saying? You have to affect their money. That's the only thing that this Caucasian respects is violence and money. You know what I'm saying? If you're not gonna get violent with them, you gotta affect their money. So that's why I say you're not wrong on the premise. You know what I'm saying? But it's not our fault, bro. Like, look, I'm gonna watch what I'm gonna watch. I don't support football at all. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I ain't gonna be super long-winded, bro. But man, this nigga yawning on me and shit. Like, this nigga Fred don't give a fuck. Fred Blackside came out today. That nigga said, fuck the professional shit. That nigga was throwing a fit. But the thing is this, bro, like, I don't fuck with football, right? I stopped fucking with football before the whole Colin Kaepernick shit started, right? So that's where I sit with it. I don't watch no sports. I don't watch no games. I don't support. I don't buy shit. I don't fuck with the Super Bowl. None of that. You know what I'm saying? Is that making a dent in what the NFL is doing? Probably not. But I got morals and principles. And if that's where you stand, Fred, that's where you stand. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers are still gonna watch boxing. You know what I'm saying? But what you do and what you are, what you represent as far as with the boxing, that shit is needed, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if you're an agitator or not. You need to agitate shit because shit needs to change.
And I got a platform to do it. Like my shit penetrates the market space. It ain't like I'm yelling it to the wall, nigga. I'm literally yelling to the niggas in boxing.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Get it off your chest, Fred. Get it off your motherfucking chest.
Wait till they announce the fight.
Right. Well, look, this is the thing. This is the last thing. Because I wanted to ask you. So you would be upset with Al Heyman, just straight up. Like, let's just speak facts. You would be upset.
Facts, for sure.
I'm not mad at it. I mean, look, bro.
He's just a man. He's just a man. he's just a man. It's just like black people don't want to admit that Barack Obama gave Jews reparations, and he said he's not giving black people reparations. I mean, he's just it's wrong.
Let's not forget about Kamala too. She said, "Black people don't think I'm doing nothing just for you."
Yeah, that's what we talked about in the interview.
She let y'all niggas know already. So 4 years later, 4 years down the line in the future, we can have this shit on barbershop conversations. You know what I'm saying? You
niggas gonna be right, and I'm gonna be just how everyone.
Hey, Fred.
Yeah,
that's what they're gonna be doing, Fred. Hold on, I'll put on something sturdy. They're gonna be like this, like they gonna be swinging and shit, gonna swing, knocking shit over. That's what they're gonna be doing in 4 years, bro. Don't cry. And 4 years, man, when you don't get nothing dedicated to just straight black people, when you don't get mentioned for shit, you know what I'm saying? They start killing this shit. Do not cry. You know what I'm saying? Do not cry. I don't want to hear none of y'all niggas bitching. Because I did not vote. And that's another option, man. Like people think, oh, if you didn't vote, that was a vote for Trump. Nah, bro. You sit on your shit if you don't feel like either candidate is about what needs to be represented. Plus, it's way deeper than that, man. Y'all need to go watch Champ Side. Champ Side to put you on game. But that's also an option too, man. You know what I'm saying? You have the option.
You can do whatever you want with your ballot. You cannot vote for anyone you want.
Facts. Because these Trump crybabies, bro, like niggas swear I'm a Trump supporter, bro. I do not fuck with the nigga. I do not fuck with dude, bro. I don't fuck with his people either. My thing is this, man. Like they did this shit 4 years ago when he got elected. They told Hillary people, look, hold your nuts. Look, it is what it is. The boy is in there. The kid is in there. Well, I'll tell y'all the same thing. Hold your motherfucking nuts, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Let the shit proceed because it's too much money involved, bro. That's the thing. Fuck the votes. It's too much money involved to go back and run this shit back. You know what I'm saying? You got to wait your 4 years. You're going to let it swing back. It is what it is. I was wrong. I thought Trump was going to do a landslide. I was wrong. But let me say one more thing and I'm done. It's my last point.
Damn.
71 million plus 74 million equals 145 million. When you subtract that from 400 million, allegedly, the population, you get 255 million people that did exactly the same shit I did, Fred. Didn't vote, my nigga. You got roughly 255 million people that's on the books.
Prison.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Didn't even vote, didn't give a fuck. So out of your one, because votes are still coming in, you could say 145 to 150 that did versus 255 roughly that didn't. I'm out, Fred.
Appreciate it. Yeah, y'all niggas make it quick. What's up? You muted.
What's up?
What's up?
Hey man, look, I just want to say that Walter was on a platform today, man, and it was talking about, you know what I'm saying, this whole situation.
Yeah.
And what's new for him. And Fury did an interview today saying that he's not going to fight Wilder again because of what Wilder's saying. Now, I went back and I looked at that video, and I can't help but to pick up the fact that Fury, one he felt he sounded depressed. Two, he sounded guilty. You know what I'm saying? He didn't go in on Wilder with his normal ferocity and all that kind of stuff. He was saying, "Oh, he's a dosser. He's this, he's this, he's that." He sounded really depressed, and he sounded guilty. He sounded like he was being called out. He was like, "Well, oh, I'm not fighting again." Well, he never wanted to fight him in the first place. You know what I'm saying? He never won a legitimate fight against Wilder. Never. In the first fight, he was legitimately knocked out. Had there been a different referee, that he would have got waved off. And then in the second fight, had things been done properly, that fight would have got stopped too. Because I don't see how in the hell anybody could not see those gloves. And that same referee is one of Mayweather's favorite referees. So I don't. There's something going on with Kenny Bayless. I don't care. I don't care what nobody say. There's something going on with Kenny Bayless. That dude is not on the level. How you going? How you going? How you going to go into Deontay Wilder's locker room and say, if you hit this man in the back of the head or whatever, I will take a point or I will disqualify you. And you go into Tyson Fury's locker room and say the exact opposite. And then you get in the ring and you see this dude getting hit back of the head on the regular, and you don't say nothing. You see him get choked and you don't say nothing. You see him get licked and you don't say nothing. Man, I don't look. Fury talked about $100 million lawsuit. He bring that lawsuit up, which I'm pretty sure he's not. But if he was to bring that lawsuit up, that is going to expose all his BS. He go into a federal court and then try to do that. Deontay Wilder's going to have his tail in a sling. And on top of that, I would encourage all of Deontay Wilder's fans. There's such thing as the Ali Act. I would encourage all of Deontay Wilder's fans to engage with your the congressman for your district and get on that. Don't come with no BS. Have your stuff structured like it's supposed to be. Have your, you know what I'm saying, the pictures from the original website and the video evidence and all that and all that stuff, because there are certain laws against this. And that's another point. If I live in Maryland. If I go to Florida and I get a traffic ticket and I don't pay the fine, and my license is suspended in Florida, it's also suspended in Maryland. So if you are a boxer, how the hell do you have you lose your license in England because you dropped it to try to get out of investigation, but you can still fight in the United States? There's no reciprocity. There should be reciprocity. If you can't fight in one state, you can't fight in no states. How does dude do that crap in England, but he can come to the United States, the place of law and order, and he can come over here and he can fight and do what he did in that fight? There's no reason for it. There's no reason for it. The whole, I'm saying that all of it is screwed up, and it needs to stop. Deontay Wilder is a straight up. He's an American hero because he's an Olympic gold medalist,
bronze medalist.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I meant to say medalist, but he's a bronze medal winner in the Olympics. So that right there, he's an American hero. The same way how you look at an Olympic medalist is the same way you should be looking at service members. And then he tied Ali's record. Y'all need to stop doing that to this brother, man. You need to really stop doing to this brother. It don't make no sense. It's just pure hate, and it's a shame that a lot of the hate, a small percentage of the hate, is coming from people coming from his own people. You know what I'm saying? That's a kitchen help mentality. All the people that's hating on Wilder is all kitchen help. You know what I'm saying? Like Malcolm X said, the field nigga and the house nigga. It's the house nigga that gets the best food, that has the best place to sleep. If the house get burnt down, and said, "Master, our house got burnt down." These are ones that are running behind the ops that are doing this to Wilder. It's not us in the field. Us in the field praying for a win. That's all I got, Fred.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you. That was funny, Hustler Slim. That was funny. That was funny. DB in here tonight? Where you at, DB? Oh, let me cut the phones back on. Hey, Russ got a song. Hey, I'm a standalone nigga, man. All this energy y'all putting in. When I start this coalition, I want to see y'all. I want to see how much y'all gonna help me. Talking all this shit, voting for all these white men and not getting nothing in return. Hey, that's the same thing as kissing a white man's hand. You know what I mean? Shit, that's the same thing. Y'all niggas voting and all this shit, and man, don't want nothing in return, and just voting and voting and voting and voting and voting. Holding nobody accountable.
Fuck Donald Trump.
Don't hold nobody accountable. What's up?
He said, "Don't hold nobody accountable." Fred, you mad? You remember back in the day they had
big bad. What's up?
Remember back in the day they used to have. I can't remember who it was. I think it was on Bad Boy with P. Diddy, or that's when he was Puff Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
They used to always have these skits with the Mad Rapper. You remember the Mad Rapper? Yeah. That's you tonight. You said,
all right. I mean, that's shit. All right. You don't think Deontay Wilder mad? Shit, $20 million, $30 million in a rematch? Shit. Shit, win or lose, you want that money. They gonna give it to Canelo though. They gonna give him the date and the money. That shit is cute, huh? That shit is cute. He gonna get that date. He gonna get the May date. He gonna get the September date. And you know what fights we gonna get in between May and motherfucking September? Sergio Lipinets. Exactly. Exactly. Why we can't get no fights, nigga? Cause Canelo got all the money, you dumb fucks. You know what I mean? That's why. Oh, I wonder, you ain't gonna get the fight not unless you pay for it. It's gonna be on pay-per-view. All PBC big fights are on pay-per-view. You know why? Because they know y'all dumb motherfuckers gonna pay for it. That's why. $75 a whop. That's why. You know why your wife, your girlfriend, your side chick never have any money? Because she know you gonna give it to her, you dumb motherfucker. That's why. That's why. Y'all afraid of the truth. Everybody got their hand out when they see you because you the sucker. You the sucker.
Damn.
They know you the sucker. She know you the sucker. Meet me on my lunch break. Yeah, where? Mr. Charles. Bad business voting up front and losing your leverage. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Mike. You know, I know the truth, man. You know, I know the truth. And the funny thing is I got the time to implement the truth. You understand what I'm saying? I got the time. Yeah. See, many people got to work jobs and that confines them to a place for 8 to 10 hours, maybe 12 hours. I don't have that. You understand? I have time. You know, I drive in my car and I just be thinking and shit. And I'll be listening to y'all videos, DB and shit. And I'll be like, damn, they just get no. Tell me the last good PBC fight you saw for free.
Ooh.
For free, I said. For free. I know. I'll tell you when. Last December, Tony Harrison Charlo. That's the last. It's been a year since you had a free good fight from PBC.
Well, I mean, we really can't gauge now because of COVID, and they started back late after the UFC started. So, I mean, I get your point.
Yeah, okay.
But it probably wouldn't have been that long. It probably would have been a few months later because they didn't start scheduling any fights, you know, and it hasn't been a year yet. So you got to think about it. If it's been 9, 10 months,
and they started booking fights. Around June, right?
PBC came back in August.
Right.
We ain't had a free good. Them Showtime cards were trash. We may have liked the individual fighters, but the opponents were trash. Everything we've gotten, we've had to pay for. I'm tired of paying. I'm just tired. I'm tired of paying, boss. I'm tired. Everything we got to pay for. We had to pay for Tank versus Leo Santa Cruz, y'all. Think about it. That's an HBO fight. We got that shit for free. We got Meldrick Taylor, Julio Cesar Chavez for free. Meldrick Taylor. Y'all know how great Meldrick Taylor was? Come on, man. Yeah, we got Mike Tyson, Buster Douglas for free. I mean, unbeknownst to us, but I'm just going off the top of my head the fights that I saw as a child. We got all the oh man, what's that motherfucking name? Oh, I'm drawing a blank. But we got Roy Jones for free. We got Roy Jones and that guy from the UK for free, if I'm not mistaken. We got that fight for free. And now we got to pay for Tank versus Leo Santa Cruz, $75. And then we got to come back with Earl versus Danny Garcia. And then we got to come back 2 weeks later with Canelo versus Caleb Plant. Come on, man. Y'all on some bullshit. Shit. You gonna keep on paying for? I'm not paying. Earl Spence will be my last pay-per-view I probably ever pay for. I'll just buy a t-shirt or a sweater if I want to support the fighter. So I'm being honest.
The last two great comments.
What say?
Near said, "Was that you who said barely cracks 100,000 buys?" And Jay Dixon said, "Let's see where. Damn it, different eras, different business models have times have changed."
Yeah, times change, but the consumer stays the same. Like it's still. What's the value point? What's the value? Are you just paying for it because it's boxing? Or are you paying for it because it's worth it?
Well, was there any reason for us not to purchase Tank's fight? That's one. But also, two, people buying the fights because it was an intriguing thing. It was, Leo's already going to be in shape. He doesn't have to. He can come in bigger, so he's supposed to have more power. He's supposed to be a better boxer. Tank, is he going to make weight? It's the gravity of it. Like it's, the significance of that fight.
What's the historical significance of Tank versus Leo? None.
Well, does there have to be?
I mean, I'm just saying, like, what value is it?
I mean, does there have to be some historical? Does it have to be something that's significant that's behind it?
No, I'm just saying, what's the value of it? What's the value in the fight? That fight Tank wasn't worth $75. I didn't pay. I told you I didn't pay for it. I'm not paying.
No, I don't. No. Listen, I don't think that there's more than 5 people who are worth more than $75.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I think that I think EJ is a 75. I think Deontay Wilder is 75. I think the Charlos are 75. If they have
only if they together. Undercard. Only if they together though. They're not 75 by themselves.
Yeah, you didn't hear the last part I said. If they have a solid undercard.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, outside of that, not many.
I don't need storylines. I need great fights. Fuck storylines.
Yeah, but also too, I mean, as a fan of boxing, though, I don't think the names always have to be big. I think we can have some really good fights without the names being big.
Yeah,
and I hear people say, well, but you're saying the opposite though. I hear a lot of times when people watch MMA cards, whether it's UFC, Bellator, ONE FC, whatever it may be, guys go, man, that was a really good card, but the names were not big. But if boxing wants to contend with that, then we have to make good stylistic fights, and it doesn't always have to be a big name on the card. But I agree. I think a lot of those should be free cards. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Reggie said if Bob Arum charged for those fights, the energy would be very different. I guarantee you that.
What do you mean? By who? From who?
By you.
Huh? That shit don't even make no sense. Man, that's a Democrat deflection tactic. You know what I mean? That's all that shit is. That shit. That nigga's full of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, 75. Yeah, 75 was. Yeah, that was a bit much though. But that's let me not say it because I know this guy's got some crazy groupies, and these dudes are going to go crazy if I say anything wrong about the dude who wears the same outfit as Mary J. Blige. But
hey, but like you said, if the cards were good, man, Deontay Wilder had Leo Santa Cruz. I don't even know who he had, but it was some bullshit. Everybody spoke Spanish. I know that. The Charlos, everybody spoke Spanish on the undercard. I'm telling y'all, like, because y'all, they know dumb consumers. What Bob Arum say? You throw a rock, they'll do whatever fans like rocks. Y'all fall for it. Y'all fall for that dumb shit. I speak up and y'all speaking against me, and I'm speaking in your best interest. Y'all not gonna speak up. Y'all gonna say, Reggie Owens gonna say, no, you can't do that, Matt. You can't do that. Joe, we're safe. Joe Biden's the president, we okay. He gonna lower taxes, keep us safe. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I mean? Like, it's just funny, man. Like, like niggas, man. Niggas.
All right, so just real quick, man. I didn't get a chance to say nothing after.
I didn't see you in the chat. I didn't see you in the chat.
Yeah. Shit, I was his shit. I've been talking the whole time.
You were? Oh,
yeah. Wow. So when old girl said she was leaving, I'm like, all right, shit. I'm like, maybe he said something to her.
You should have called in. You should have called in.
No, shit. Not if she taking off.
No,
I ain't gonna be holding the gas. They don't ever want to come back.
I didn't see you in the chat. That's why.
Yeah.
I didn't see you in the chat. That's why I don't want to put him on the spot because the nigga left early yesterday, so he might have left again early tonight. That's why.
Yeah. No, I'm good tonight, but yeah, shit. I ain't scared of no woman. Shit, not me. No. I know you weren't talking to me, but I'm just saying, yeah.
No, shit. I just didn't want to put you on the spot because you missed yesterday, and I was like, oh, this nigga gone. So I looked on the chat. I did look for you though. I remember. I did.
Yeah. I think sometimes too, dudes need I don't know. It's just different. You know what I'm saying? So being in LA, you might be with like 6 or 7 of your homies. Y'all go to Venice Beach or something. Y'all had at the Slauson or somewhere, and everybody fresh, got a fresh fade. You know what I'm saying? Pro clubs on. You know what I'm saying? Stars. Everybody creased up, looking and feeling good. And y'all see 3 of them, 3 little rats walking past, and everybody want to say something, but ain't nobody say nothing. Everybody gonna do the little cat call and shit. But as soon as you go and gorilla pimp and go snatch one of them by their wrist, now that's that's what got everybody activated. Now all the homies is on everybody inside the mall or the swap meet.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes these dudes need for somebody to get it cracking and get it active. And I think I asked some decent questions to.
Why you just didn't call in? The phone lines were open.
Because she was already leaving, Frederick. No, because I didn't know she was leaving before 11. So I'm thinking, okay, so she gonna stay.
It was 10:40.
So all right, cool.
It was 10:40.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. No big deal.
But when she said she was leaving, she had already said that. So I was like, all right, I ain't gonna call in now and then you know what I'm saying, and hold her up. Because the next time we want to get her on the show, she's gonna be like, damn, I'm busy tonight. Yeah, we're gonna get her though. Shit, ain't no thing.
No, she'll come back. I have her number. Like I mean, I don't talk to her on the phone, but I have her. She's great. But what I was gonna say too is just to wrap this shit up. And next year, this time, you know what y'all niggas gonna be saying? Damn, Fred was right. Watch. Yeah, that's what y'all gonna say. Fred was right, man. We ain't getting no good fights. We ain't getting no good, man. Fuck, man.
Are you a southpaw, Fred?
Nah, Orthodox.
Oh, so you always right.
Yeah, always right. Yeah.
Mr. Vegas said, you didn't see all of those. What would DB do? See what I'm saying? Yeah, he called cousin Patty. Treehouse 2021. He said that LA drip. Yeah, damn right. Gotta get it. Old school gorilla pimping style.
All right. Well, we gonna see if Biden reach out to Q. We gonna see.
Yeah.
Shit, y'all. All the shit y'all talking. All the shit y'all talking. He ain't gonna do nothing on that list.
What's those fish that get real big? Are those blowfish? Or what are they called? Puff?
Yeah, either one. We know what you're talking
about. You're gonna turn into one of those.
Who's that?
I said, if you hold your breath waiting on Joe Biden, you're gonna turn into one of those. Shit. Yeah, I ain't holding my breath. And when did Kamala Harris say something about being a black woman?
She said it in her speech. In her speech Saturday night. I
watched it 2 times, and I saw the highlights, and then I watched an extended version.
She said it,
was probably about
and Joe Biden said it. So now they know.
No, I heard Joe Biden say it. I was mad at her all shit for the last 2 days because I didn't hear her say it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let me go back and semi-apologize to her for that. But yeah, she done locked away plenty of.
She's an attorney general. She has no excuse not to do something with police. She's an attorney general. That's her expertise.
Yeah. Did you reach out to him already on Twitter?
Who?
Donald Trump.
Nah. Actually, the first time I actually went to his Twitter was on this show. I've never been to his Twitter. That was my first time ever going to his Twitter in my life. Because people always repost him. So, I see him on my Instagram feed, like the screenshots and shit. I've never been to his Twitter. That was my first time. Really? Keep it a buck with y'all. And if I have before, I don't remember, So
Yeah. Another thing I wanted to say too was the other day, and I wanted to get it in early before the chat started, but y'all got in. I caught about 50 times. You weren't picking up the line, but I just wanted to say first before the chat started was that no matter what happened, we sometimes, man, we talked about this already a couple of weeks ago. We talked about it, 2 or 3 times. When we say stay on code, that don't mean that somebody slapping us in the face and we turning the cheek. That's not what we're saying. But I'm saying when Devin Haney went out there and he put on a masterful performance and
he looked good.
He outboxed Yuri Gamboa, and Gamboa didn't win more than 30 seconds of the fight.
Yeah.
There shouldn't have been any criticisms. Not even here. It shouldn't have been no criticisms anywhere. And then people say, well, I'm not criticizing. I'm just stating facts. Or I'm not criticizing. I'm just telling the truth. Well, your truth is criticism. You know what I'm saying? After she had your baby, you don't tell her that she gained weight. Shit, she just had your baby. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we gotta take a fucking chill pill. You know what I'm saying? Because everything that we do, those punks that fight hype, those punks over at the other station or punks over at the other place, shit, they in here, shit. When I come in, I'm the first person in the shop opening up with the keys. There's already 15 people waiting on me. You know what I'm saying? I already see 21 waiting. I'm like, damn, I'm the first person here. How the fuck 21 people waiting? So they can't wait to hear what we saying bad about Tank or about Devin or about EJ. All they want to do is get whatever we say, and they want to take little sound bites and take little clips and little snippets and shit, so we can't say nothing bad about these dudes. But shit, we really don't have nothing to say. Dev went out there and did exactly what he wanted to do. He styled on his ass from pillar to post. And so what? He didn't get the knockout. Yeah, he wanted to get the knockout. Every fighter wanted to get the knockout. So whether he said it or not, that's irrelevant. He went out there and did what he was supposed to do. He got a W. Chick Hearn told us that many years ago. All of the other letters don't matter. It's all about a W and an L. Which one did you get? We got the W. On to the next one. So by us, and I'm not saying you, Fred, I'm saying just us in general, if we don't say he put on a masterclass performance, then what's going to happen is you're going to start getting these punks like Tia Female who's going to say, well, he's not a draw. You understand? We'll get the Clanellos, the Clenbuterol-Nellos, who'll go, well, nobody wants to see this guy Charlo fight. Those are the kind of things that those guys do when they have the upper hand, when they have more belts, when they are unified. So we got to find ways of us to use use certain lingo, use certain verbiage to make sure that we convey a message to the world that shit, no matter what, we going to support these dudes and it's going to be a big fight. And maybe we don't buy the fight, but they need to understand that, like, listen, we come in with heart, we come in with skill, we got speed, we got power, we got everything. Maybe it's not shown in that one fight. Maybe you might see it in the next fight, but we need to make sure that we stay, on cold for these dudes, man. So anyway, yeah, shout out to the Haney family, OG Bill,
definitely
Young
shout out to
Dev.
Haney family. They're a great asset to the community for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Sure.
And then I was saying this on Trill the other day too. That damn chat be moving so fast, but I think I was the first person to say we got Kell Brook jumping over the water on planes, trains, automobiles to come over here and talk to our people. And we got somebody 2 states over with plenty of training partners from Texas. And he ain't that far from Minnesota. Been in LA a few times. And he can't talk to nobody. And then had Big Mac coming to do some damage control just to have the voice of that camp at least being around. And yeah, man. So, I'm not finna shit on him like that because I think both of those dudes got skill. Kale just a big dude, man, and he can take a hard punch. Kale didn't get knocked out by Gennady Golovkin. He got hurt. The fight was stopped. EJ didn't knock him out. I mean, he got the these guys finished the fights, but ain't nobody hit Kale in his chin and fucking send him to Kingdom Come. So he got a chin, and he a big ass dude. And when he rehydrate, he gonna be there. And let's not forget too that before EJ emerged, before Bud moved up from 135 and 140, before Keith Thurman grabbed the belt, who was the best welterweight in the world after Floyd Mayweather?
Kell Brook.
It was Kell Brook, right? So, so if Bud beats him, we got to give Bud his credit because we've been asking for him to fight somebody with a decent name with some skills, and this would be it. And if Kell Brook beats Bud, and Bud is considered one of the top 3 pound for pound, then we got to give Kell his credit, and I think that will make for a massive rematch against Errol Spence Jr. No matter where they have the fight. But I think the fight will obviously have to be here in Texas since they did it in Sheffield where he had his 35,000 fans trying to poison EJ. But that'll be a huge, huge rematch in a fight and good for boxing because the UK fans are going to support no matter what.
Yep.
And if we stick to our guns and we support our dude, man, that's going to be a massive, massive fucking fight. And I would love to have it at Staples Center, but just not big enough to hold them. But anyway, man, that's my
I like that title, Rob. I'm gonna use that. Kale over crawfish. I like that. I'm
nice. Damn, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Who said that?
Rob G Films.
Yeah, I like it. OG Rob.
Yeah, I'm gonna borrow that.
Let me see. Hitting this versus overrated. We ask Ray J. Real reps are hitting it versus overrated. All right, cool. Let me see. Dude, don't want to know. It is. All right. Anyway, man, I'm gonna get some love to the folks, man. Fred, let you go hit the heavy bag and go run a little bit.
I ran this morning, so I'm good.
You got too much energy. You might need to go run again.
Nah, nigga. Y'all. I mean, we gonna suffer, and y'all gonna be like, how come we not getting the fights we want? Because it ain't no budget. That's why we ain't getting the fights we want, because it ain't no budget. Canelo taking all the budget. That's what it is.
Yeah. 20,000 real rap. The Great Western Forum was 17,505, moved to Staples and hold 20 in there. So tomorrow is somebody performing tomorrow?
I'm gonna hold on to them. I got like 5 or 6 concerts. I'm gonna hold on to them. I got like 5 or 6. I was thinking about just because of the holidays. I don't know. I was just gonna make like a Friday night something. I don't know. Play it on Friday night. I don't know.
That's good. Yeah, that'd be dope. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be perfect for me right before I go in too. 8 o'clock, 8:17 or something like that.
I got some dope artists too, man. Some dope ass artists. I got this one woman. She sounds amazing, and she's playing in her bed and shit, and it's real sensual and shit. Y'all gonna love that one. Y'all gonna love that one, man. Y'all gonna
I already do.
Yeah,
Shit.
facts, as you should.
All right, man. I'm gonna get some love, man, to the fan band, but it's just us in here tomorrow, huh?
Yeah. So we're gonna come back and talk about this and Wilder and all that good shit. So yeah. We'll be buzzing
Shout
tomorrow.
out to King Wilder, man.
We'll be buzzing. Yeah, he had an interview on Blue Blood, so go ahead and watch it. It's him, Best Fight the Best, and Curtis. And dude, I ain't gonna lie, they were filibustering for about 2 hours. That shit was funny. They were talking about Coolio's hairline and LeBron's hairline. Oh, that shit was funny. Real Rap's hairline, and that shit was hilarious, dog. That shit was so funny. I was picking up some windows and shit. That shit was funny. Oh yeah, we gotta get Jag in. Yeah, we gotta get Jag for sure. We'll get that done. All right, let's get out of here.
Right on. All right, cool. DeCarlo's Way, my plant-based brother in the building. Boxing Conversations with Reggie Owens. Reggie going on next. Jim Broadway, stay strong and stay blessed, King. Yeah, you too, brother. Mr. Vegas, he said, when? Today? Right. Hustler Slim, he came in late. Him and Mir, they was they had a little piece, man, in the back of the building, and they came in to the party. Jarvis Johnson in the building. Absolutely. H Money. He said, Haney. Freddie, do what? Oh, calling out release. G5 Gabe in the building. He said, damn, rap. Let me see. Rob G Film in the building. G5 Gabe. Champion Heart. SF City Slicker, my brother. Let's see. Boxing Vortex. He said, peace, Fred. Peace, DB, Reggie Owens, and everybody else from South Central LA. Right on. Money in the Ghetto, man. He said, how much does the new Ram Stadium fit? 70,000. There'll be an expansion. They'll add, I think, 30,000 more seats, and they'll be able to get up to 100,000 people in there. So some big stadiums in LA. The Rose Bowl seats 100,000. The Coliseum seats 100,000. So we got some big stadiums here, man, in LA. Let's see. Real Rap in the building. Tree House 2021 100. Peace, family. Dave Jack in the building. Juice the God. He said, how do I call in? You wait 24 hours, brother. We'll get you on the next one.
You call it a Reggie Owens. You could beat him into Reggie Owens. He's coming on live after this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's
Mike Woody the Great. He said, fire show, Frederick. Fire show.
Yeah, we have fun. We have fun.
So everybody take a quick second, man. Hit the little thumbs up towards the left-hand side of your cellular device or your computer. J.A. Dixon in the building, my brother. Keep me tight.
Yeah, he was on my helmet tonight. J.A. Dixon was on my helmet tonight.
Yeah. Hey, J.A.
Oh, it's coming tomorrow. Canelo announcement coming tomorrow. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't give two shits about whatever Canelo was.
Yeah, but he takes the budget. It's gonna take $20 million to get that nigga in the ring. Shit. And guess who's paying for it? Guess who paying for it?
There's only so long that he can run. After he fights Caleb Plant or Benavidez, I mean that's it. After that, he's gotta, he's gotta make his way.
They'll make somebody.
Say it again.
They'll make somebody up. Trust me. How does he just come over to PBC and get a fight date? How? Gary Russell ain't fought. Deontay Wilder ain't fought.
Well, hold on. Wait, hold on, Fred. Hold on. Deontay Wilder had a dent in his skull. So Deontay Wilder wasn't.
No, he's ready. December 19th was his date.
I know. I'm saying,
but his
Deontay fight was supposed to be Tyson Fury.
He took his date. Canelo took his date and the budget.
Okay. Well, I mean, so okay. What you want us to do now?
Huh?
Well, so what are we to do now? What are we to do tonight and tomorrow? What do we do?
We're doing sleep on it. Sleep on it. We'll come back tomorrow. Sleep on it. I ain't about to get hyped up. Sleep on
it. Kevin Brower in the building, man.
Hey,
come on, Fred.
Speaking of sleep on it, I got a question. Do you think Real Rap sleeps with a wave cap on? Yes or no?
Yes.
You think he does?
Yes.
Okay. Just curious. Inquiring minds want to know. Just wondering.
And I want to give some special love to Lisa from the ATL. Hey, Queen.
Oh, she was
Thanks
in
for
here?
stopping into the.
She was in here? Where's she at? Where Lisa at?
Yeah. She listening in.
Okay. Oh, you know her personally?
She a friend of the family, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, good.
JJ. Yeah, JJ know her.
Dope.
Yeah. So she got some South Central LA connections. That's right.
I'll be going to Atlanta in the summertime, early next year, sometime. So
yeah. Dre Finest. Let's see. David the Real Thomas. Man, look, the brothers are coming back in here. Boy, they said, show me some love, man, before I lay down. SSC is a Tone Brown. Let's see.
Nah,
I think that's it, man.
I think Plant will be a live underdog in that fight. I would bet Caleb Plant. You know what I
mean? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Especially, I think Caleb Plant has too much integrity to take that pay that.
Chef Hart got a joke. He'll tell us tomorrow. Don't forget, homie. It's just us in the shop tomorrow. And don't forget, Thursday we got RZA. Wednesday we got Cheryl Dorsey. So we got the Saj in the building. Hey, I can't wait for Donald Trump to be acting the fool. I can't wait for this nigga just to get real petty. I don't know when the pettiness gonna start hitting, but I'm gonna be here for it.
Shit, he been petty for 4 years. What you mean when it's gonna start?
No, but the finality. You know what I mean? Like before you go in the room and go get a beating, you know what I mean? You throw that temper tantrum and shit. When you know your mom about to beat your ass.
Man, Frederick, boy.
That nigga gonna be that. Yeah, man. Yeah, Canelo's Mr. PBC. I'm telling y'all. I gotta think of Pride Brown Canelo. I know that's backwards. Imagine if PBC was BPC. It would have been Brown Pride Canelo. That shit would have been the title. That would have been good. I gotta think of C is for Canelo, so it gotta be like think of something because he's taking the money now. Oh, and the schedule's already set. He taking the money, and the only way you gonna see Tank fight, pay-per-view. The only way you're gonna see Earl Spence fight, pay-per-view. The only way you're gonna see the Charlos fight, pay-per-view. The only way you're gonna see, I'm just telling y'all, they ain't paying for shit. They gonna put all the onus on us to supplement what they don't want to pay for. I'm telling y'all, because they all right. Y'all gonna be like, Fred is right. Every time you look up, $75, $75. And Brian Kenny's doing the blow by blow. $75. Brian Kenny. $75. Brian Kenny. They like them niggas. See, I smack them in the face with the truth chain and they still buy. I'm telling you, man.
Real quick before you leave out here. So I just dropped the link in there. Some of y'all gonna hit that link real quick and subscribe. I was just tripping because I ain't never really had no crazy issues with YouTube, and I had 10 subs all fall off like at the same time.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It happens like that. Yeah. It's weird like that. It's not weird, but yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah, and I know it was even more than that, but I had the number in my head was 24. So obviously that's a significant number, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I need 24 to get to the next 100.
Wow.
And I looked at it like an hour later and 10 was going. I was like, damn, that's crazy. So
yeah. Look at Reggie's so naive. No, Canelo will be pay-per-view. He doesn't have to affect the budget. Well, Canelo has a guarantee. And his guarantee will be much higher than Earl Spence. His guarantee will be much higher than Charlos. His guarantee will be much higher than Tank Davis. And then with that guarantee, guess what you got to pay his opponent? 30% of his guarantee. I'm just
saying. Said, should I had a whole channel fall off?
Oh, God.
Yeah, they just snatch Reggie. Facebook, YouTube, shit. Damn. Man, you know what's next though? They done already got his Facebook, his YouTube, and his Instagram. You know what's next?
What's that?
Play the song, Fred.
Yeah, you thought I was dumb, huh? You thought I was dumb.
Yeah, no. I know when you got it, when you get that little pause and shit.
I do my pastor pause and shit.
Yeah. Like, let me get over to this sword.
Hey, that nigga. That nigga is a MK Ultra, huh? What's that nigga name? Pastor Pause is MK Ultra. Nigga be glitching and shit. Hey, Reg reported off my driving. I ain't did no Trump videos, man. I don't know why y'all think I'm so pro-Trump, man. I'm just anti this Democratic establishment, man. 9 out of 10 of y'all dumb motherfuckers voted for Biden and don't want nothing in return. That's what I'm mad about. I'm not. If 90% of people voted for Trump, guess what I've been talking about? Trump. But y'all niggas, y'all little dumb little Negroes, little nigglets. Y'all nigglets. That's what y'all are, nigglets.
People Hernandez, where you at?
People Hernandez went to bed. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Because the devil is a lie.
Hey, by the way, that DAZN card was terrible. That nigga was fat by real world standards. That nigga Rondell Booker was just fat and sloppy. That nigga was a diabetic. Rondell Booker was just fat and sloppy. Man, that shit was terrible. H Buddy, that shit was terrible. Rondell Booker just went there with his hands up. Man, that shit was weak as hell. And that was the co-main. Oh man. Damn, man. And man, you do it right. You cheat, you get rewarded, man. You cheat like Canelo, you get paid, man. You put HBO out of business, the Zone out of business, you get reward with a PBC contract. Isn't that amazing? Tell a black fighter to do that. Tell a black fighter to do that.
Jay Dixon said Booker was eating sandwiches in between rounds.
That nigga was. Man, that nigga was. That nigga had a ham sandwich. You know what I mean? Had a ham sandwich.
Reggie. Look at Reggie.
What'd he say? Fred, he removes the pictures.
When Fred ends the show, he removes the pictures in the background and hang up his pictures of Trump.
I got Trump on my wall. I got Trump on my wall. What do you mean? I got Trump on my wall. You see him? You know what I mean?
One more time, y'all. Let's sing it. Let's sing it. Cause the devil is a lie. Hey!
Oh man. Nah, PBC is only with the money. Only with the money. You know, but all they care about is the money. You know, they got a guarantee from 2 networks. You know what I mean? And so see, they got the guarantee from the paper. They got the guarantee from Showtime and Fox, and they got the pay-per-view module. So when they don't feel like paying for shit, you know what they do? The fans we'll get 300,000 buys. You know what I mean? Them dumb niggas gonna pay for it. You know what I mean? Them dumb Mexicans gonna pay for it. You know what I mean? That's what they saying. That's basically what they saying. That's what they did with the Leo Santa Cruz tank. That shit wasn't worth no pay-per-view. He's working on it though. I think he's working towards it. You know, we out of here, man. We'll talk about this shit tomorrow.
Peace. Y'all at Reg.
All right. Oh, we going to Reg now. I'm going to Reg. Reg's gonna talk about me. Appreciate you. Yeah. Love you, Reg.
All right, go.
Holla.